never quit, do it right, play the game, win it life, have no shame, there's no time, feel the pain, live the grind, I could change, in my mind, pick a lane, commit and climb, the only way to win it life, I never miss, that's fact, taking big swings, each hand to the bat, put me in the ring, you'll go out in a bag, cause I sing what I mean and I bring it to the mad light, ain't got time to kill, I got time to feel, I took the red pill, I know life's short so I wanna live real, but how's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel? They wanna sing my name, but they holding back. They wanna say they hate, but they know it's cap. I ain't play no games, I just do that's fact. And I don't feel no shame, it's a mood you lack. I go crazy, nah, but I ain't lazy. Track after track, I work on this shit daily. Pass me the jack, right as fuel, got me hazy. About to unpack all these things I've been chasing. I've got visions in my head, like memories after death. To be a legend instead of something you can forget. I'm living up every breath, I'd rather lead than be led. I'll fill the seats as I spread with every word that I've said. How's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel?
Hey, what's going on, soulmates? It's good to be back with you guys. I hope that life is treating you okay, and I hope you're ready to talk about some DC Multiverse, or just DC toys in general, because it's that time of the month, guys, and we just got some hot new pre-orders, we got some hot new reveals. The talk, of course, is the new Dark Knight Trilogy collective build wave. I saw some comments in the chat earlier, guys. Yes, Bane is the Build-A-Figure. That was revealed a while ago. It was revealed months ago. Maybe some people missed the whole Comic-Con thing where Todd McFarlane and McFarlane Toys were talking about and showing off some of their future toys. But yes, they showed off this wave a little bit. We didn't see too much of it. We just saw a picture with all the figures in the wave. And, of course, Bane is the last one. He will not have a trench coat or anything like that. He's just going to be dressed like he was when he broke Batman's back in the movie. Just in case anyone's wondering, so there's no ambiguity, Bane is the Build-A-Figure. And hopefully we'll see some more Nolan-verse Batman action figures in the future, like Ra's al Ghul, Talia al Ghul, Jim Gordon, maybe variants of the Joker and Bane, because, you know, we saw multiple versions of them, and they were in some very iconic scenes. You should tell everyone about your upgrade to your Morb card to non-Discord members. Oh, you talking about your 32nd to Mars score? Congratulations, by the way, Gavin. I'm happy for you, dude. Draven, how you doing, bro? Todd keeps pulling me back in, and I don't need to get invested in another series. I know. Like, I'm up to my eyeballs in toys that I have to review. Miguel, yes, Nurse Joker. That is an action figure that I would love to see from McFarlane Toys. Oh man, that's got to be in like Wave 2 if they do another one. Please tell me they're going to do a Wave 2, because Oh, Nurse Joker, please. Also, Harvey Dent and Rachel Dawes would be cool too. I imagine it's a nightmare because they have to sort out the rights to the actors' likenesses long after the movies have already come and gone. But just seeing more of them from the movie would be nice because those movies were great. Oh, Nurse Joker. Oh. Gavin over here's got it exactly right. The Todd father is sitting over there in his home, just smoking a stogie, thinking to himself, I'm gonna make you an action figure you can't refuse. And speaking of action figures we can't refuse, look at this boy over here. By the way, if you haven't cast your vote for the best reveal that we've gotten so far from this new Dark Knight Trilogy collectible wave, go ahead and let us know. We currently have 9 votes. I'll leave it up for a couple more minutes before we close it on up. But what's everyone saying over here? Gavin, they can make the the fear toxin Batman for the next wave. Oh, dude, that's actually kind of cool. Yeah, I would like that. Didn't they do something like that a while ago or something? I seem to remember them doing a fear toxin Batman at some point. Mattel, I think. But it's been a while, so I don't remember all that well. Bank robber Joker, exactly. Collect a disconnect. You could do like an entire wave of just Joker action figures here. You could do Joker at the ceremony where Commissioner Gordon got awarded. You could do Joker without his jacket on. You could do, when he was in the prison cell. You could do Nurse Joker. You can do Bank Robber Joker. You can do so many different Jokers from this movie. It's insane. Average YouTube commenter, congratulations on completing Strong Guy. I have Strong Guy too, I just haven't reviewed him. Can we even have Side-Eye Joker? Please, God, no. I really hope not. If they do Side-Eye Joker, I'm gonna cry a little bit. Mr. Slightly Mad. Oh, yeah, that one guy with the detonator inside him. Sure, they could do that. I don't know that he would sell all that well, but he would still be nice to see. Oh, that's right. Victor Zsasz was in the Nolan trilogy, wasn't he? God, I completely forgot about him, Draven. He was only in, like, the first movie, wasn't he? I don't think he showed up ever again, and he didn't really do all that much, which was kind of too bad. Alfred. Yes, we absolutely need an Alfred at some point. They do a Commissioner Gordon or an Alfred sometime. It's probably going to wind up being like a one-off where we're probably never going to see them ever again. But still, it'd be nice. Right now, it feels like back in the day when they were doing Batman toys over at Hasbro under the Kenner banner, when they just made a whole bunch of Batman, but we never saw Alfred Pennyworth, because, honestly, who's going to buy a butler in a tuxedo? Probably not that many people. That's probably why they're not really all that inclined to make an Alfred Pennyworth at this point in time. But, what's Batman without his butler? Well, he's a man in deep, deep trouble. First movie, name drop, then gone. Can we get skateboarding meme Joker? Yeah, yes, please. Can we get them, Toddy? If the Todd father is listening somewhere out there, please deliver upon us all of these Jokers. If there's one thing that we cannot get enough of around here, it's Joker. Inglorious Draven will happily buy a Sir Michael Caine, as will I, honestly. What young child doesn't want a Michael Caine action figure? An action figure of an 80-year-old man. I certainly want one. Gavin. Oh, Egg Toddy over here says he's going to deliver. Okay, well, at least we can trust the word of Egg Toddy. Mr. Slightly Mad, enough with the clown. Mafia guy would be Bath in Wave 3. Dude, we're making all these plans for Dark Knight Trilogy figures, and I don't know that we're ever going to see them. This might be the only wave of Dark Knight Trilogy action figures we're going to get. I have to imagine that it was probably something of a nightmare to sort out the rights for the likenesses to all these characters, like, Christian Bale and Aaron Eckhart and Heath Ledger and stuff. God. You imagine trying to get the rights to all that. At least for the Scarecrow, you don't really have to sort out anything with Cillian Murphy, and then I don't know that you necessarily need to sort anything out with Tom Hardy either. That's like the biggest hurdle for action figures a lot of the time that are based on movies and stuff, is just sorting out the likenesses if you don't have the likenesses sorted out ahead of time, like Marvel does. Oh yeah, this entire wave, Stephanie, is going to fly off the shelves, because the Christian Bale version of Batman is like the Tobey Maguire version of Spider-Man. Everybody loves him. Everybody remembers it. Everybody can't get enough of it. This movie was so good at the time, and even now you go back and rewatch it, it holds up really well. Joker feels incomplete without his gun. He was more of a knife guy in the movie. He used guns, though. Hey, Coolers, how you doing, dude? Dean, if only Joker could have his shotty. Yeah, WB, I mean, there's nothing they can do about that. So we just kind of have to make do, or else we got to get the munitions pack over from McFarlane Toys off his website. But, you know, paying the shipping for that is going to be a treat if you want them. Affleck is the Garfield version of Batman. Actually, Slightly Mad is pretty much on point over here. He's the Garfield version of Batman. He has his fans. Didn't mind him, but is he really the first version of Batman I want to see? No, not really. Although I have to say that if he got a better script, I would probably hold him in better regard, because Batman v Superman and Justice League, it's not really his fault that those movies were, This line needs more Bucky Cap. Well, Hasbro keeps making that Bucky Cap action figures. It's got to have its fans somewhere. Dean. The Glorious Draven says, can we get a figure of the true hero in the trilogy? The prisoner who threw the detonator out of the window of the boat? Oh, you mean Tiny Lester. Oh, yeah, that guy. Zeus. Oh, can we get an action figure of him? The most morally correct person in the entire trilogy, by the way. God, that was a really cool moment in that movie. That moment where he said, oh, you can tell him I did it. Just give it to me, and I'll do what you should have done. What does he do? Tosses it right out the window. Mwah. Oh, that was quality cinema right there. God. Yeah, Collective Disconnect. R.I.P. Tiny. He was a great actor. I was really sad to hear that he passed away. But, I guess it was just COVID doing it to us. Too bad, man. God, he was in some really good movies. Fridays. Was it Friday or Fridays? I don't remember, but I know the movie. No Holds Barred. God, if you guys haven't seen No Holds Barred, you should check it out. Like, it's a really cheesy movie, but it's really fun to watch, and it's probably Hulk Hogan's best movie. Dean, we need a Rachel figure with a head swap of both Katie and Maggie, like the MJ Gwen retro figure. Actually, you know, it would probably work pretty well if they did that, because, well, Maggie Gyllenhaal and Katie Holmes are about the same height, so yeah, they could probably pull it off. I mean, I don't know if it would be the most tactful action figure, but they are about the same height, so it probably wouldn't be too bad. Here, let's close up this poll, guys. Let's see what the results are. And the best action figure is... oh, we have a three-way tie between Batman, Two-Face, and Joker. That is amazing, guys. You guys like... wow, that's three action figures that are divided equally among the fans. Wow. So we got some real nice ones in this wave. The score is chilling. Absolutely it is, Kelly. Collective Disconnect, are you the only one who didn't notice the Rachel actor change? Probably, because it was really, really obvious. The change was not subtle at all. I wouldn't mind them doing two versions of Rachel Dawes. In actuality, if they ever do release a figure Rachel Dawes, which they probably won't, I would like to see a version for Katie Holmes and Maggie Gyllenhaal, because they're two different people with two different body types. So it'd be nice to see just individual action figures for both of them. I wonder how they would mark them. Probably just Rachel Dawes Batman Begins, and then the other one's Rachel Dark Knight. And that would be fine. Meg did better. You mean Maggie? I mean, Maggie's a better actress. By far, Draven, so that's no great surprise to me. Honor Guard, it's good to see you. The fans are divided as Two-Face. Yes, they are, bro. Good to see you here with me today. NSC, it's good to see you too. Yes, Maggie is a better actress than Katie Holmes is. It's just the way it is. Like, Maggie is Oscar level, and Katie is more rom-com level. So, it's just the way it is. She's a better, well-rounded actress, and she can do more. She's got more range. So if they were going to pick one to do, I would say Maggie, because she was in the more iconic movie for one, and also, well, she was just better in the role. No Liam Neeson. Yes, Dean, I know. No Liam Neeson for Ra's al Ghul. I have to imagine that's going to be one of the big blocks to getting a Ra's al Ghul action figure from the Nolan Trilogy, is sorting things out with Liam Neeson's estate, or just Liam Neeson himself, rather. Because Ra's al Ghul, you know, it's just the image of Liam Neeson with a little goatee. So, hopefully they can work something out. Keyword is yet. I have to imagine that Liam Neeson isn't going to be too stingy about action figures of himself. Like, why wouldn't he want one? It'd be cool to have. But, you know, sometimes actors are weird about the way that they're represented, and action figures is one of those ways. If it were me, I would say, yeah, go ahead, make an action figure of me all day long. Yeah, that's awesome. Have kids playing with me, or adult collectors playing with me. That's cool, too. Liam Neeson as Two-Face. I would have watched that, Egg Toddy. If you cast Liam Neeson as Two-Face, I would have watched that, and I wouldn't have batted an eye. Yeah, Todd is really starting this one with a home run. Now that we've looked at Batman a little bit, guys, I mean, I don't see any flaws on this one. Nothing that's immediately obvious. So I think that this one, they totally got it. Here is Two-Face. Now, the cool thing about this one is that, one, he has a coin in his hand. I'm a little ambivalent about the face. I need to see more of it. I need to see it up close before I really judge it here. Because I don't know that the face looks a lot like Aaron Eckhart on the one side. So I'm kind of wondering here whether they had to fudge some of the details and take a few liberties with the head sculpt, because maybe they didn't get, you know, the permission or whatever, the ability to use Aaron Eckhart's likeness. Todd picked a good time to raise the price on figures we can't miss. So, that's another thing that we gotta talk about today, guys, is that the price on DC Multiverse, at least on standard release action figures, has increased to $22.99. And I don't think that the price has increased on the Collector Build series yet. I'm under, at least as far as I'm aware, they're all still $24.99. And Mega figures are still $39.99. So I guess the question here is whether or not we're going to be seeing the price increase on Collector Build versus the standard action figures yet. Yeah, Draven, I knew it was only a matter of time. It's just, you know, I was hoping that maybe they'd be able to hold on for a little bit, but is anyone really surprised that it happened? Because all the companies are raising their prices right now. And pretty much every other company besides McFarlane Toys has had their toys at $22.99 and above. Yeah, these are collectible. These are not standard releases, so they're $24.99 still, until we hear otherwise. And also, the Page Puncher's Aquaman series is $24.99 too. Still cheaper than Hasbro. Ironically, like these are all the same price as a standard release Marvel Legends action figure. So just take that and absorb that and let that settle for a second. This is what we're getting from McFarlane Toys for $24.99. And we're getting a really nice amount of detail. We're getting really nice sculpts, original sculpts. These are all original. There's no reuse here. It's an obvious slam dunk. Stephanie here says if they went to $27, then the Mega figures to $42, which they probably will at some point in the future, Stephanie. I have no doubt. then it's still a good deal. And I would have to agree with that, because if they increase these just a little bit, and you have the collective build series at $27 for just $2 more, look at all that you're getting for your money. You are getting an all original sculpt. You are getting more detail. You're getting more textures. You're not getting just, you know, another repainted body, another recycled body mold. So occasionally they do recycle some things for the collective build waves, but it's not as aggressive as Hasbro is in that regard. Two-Face I really love. I love they got the coin in his hand. I wonder what accessory he's going to come with, because, you know, we see this open hand over here that very obviously holds something. Obviously, he probably should be holding a gun like we saw in The Dark Knight, but, you know, they can't include guns with these, so now I have to wonder what he's going to have in the box with him. Justin says, this is the last year for the DC Multiverse line. We all know he will probably renew due to sales, more than likely. Yeah, this is the quote-unquote last year. Dude, Warner Brothers and DC are very happy with McFarlane's performance right now. There's no way he's losing the license. He is... They don't want him to lose it, because he's doing very well with it. It beat Marvel Legends. What more can you ask for? Like, we're probably gonna hear about DC Multiverse beating Marvel Legends again for 2022, just like we heard about it for 2021. So there's no way he's gonna lose the license. He will keep the license, and he's gonna keep on just pushing out those DC Multiverse figures. And I mean, they were so happy with McFarlane's performance, they just handed DC Direct to him. So, yeah, he's not losing the license. Not anytime soon. He's already, Collected Disconnect over here says he's already locked in to beat Marvel Legends 2023 too in the first month alone. Yeah, let's talk about that, guys. Like, we saw the Chode wave from Marvel Legends as their inaugural wave for 2023, and what does McFarlane release in his line? Well, first he throws out the Aquaman page punchers, which we're going to talk about in a little bit. And those were already slam dunks, I think, for the most part. There's a few things that I nitpicked about when my review, or not review, but my thoughts about them, my first impressions. But then he comes out with this wave, and whoo, boy, this is a slam dunk. He broke the basket with this wave. This wave is gonna destroy everything in its path. It's just it's a tool of destruction, this wave is. Come on, it's finished. Look at that Scarecrow! Oh my god, look at that Scarecrow! This Scarecrow rules, dude! Look at this! I mean, I remember having Batman Begins action figures from Mattel when the movie came out. They're nothing like this. Those figures are trash compared to this, bro. Look at this! This is insane! This is awesome! I know, Miguel, look at that mask. It's so good. I love this. Dude, it is such a good time to be a DC fan right now, because we are eating good. Oh, we are full right now. Oh. Inglorious Draven, what are you saying up there, bro? I'm sorry. The comments are coming fast and hard, and I'm trying to keep up with everyone. Dan Young is really trying to hype up next week's Legends reveals. You know what? I'm still here for the Legends reveals, but God, I hope it's something good, Draven. Because, man, those last Marvel Legends reveals were really weak, I thought. We've been seeing some weak sauce from Legends recently. And, you know, we got Yondu, which is fine. Yondu was kind of cool, but Squadron Supreme, I mean, it's kind of neat, but also the only good one in that 2-pack is Hyperion. And then you got the Gamerverse Spider-Man, which was weak sauce. That was just a repaint of Renew Your Vows. And what else was there? There was the Fantastic Four 2-pack, more weak sauce. And McFarlane's just like, hold my beer. Drops Dark Knight Trilogy. Yeah, Kelly over here stating the obvious. This is the weakest action figure of the wave, by the way, the one that people didn't vote for. And yet, look at him. He is still amazing. Oh my god. Like, this is the quote-unquote weak action figure. Yeah, if that's weak, I'd hate to see what the strongest one is. Strongest one is probably Batman. Or Joker. One of the two. I'm gonna go with that. Joker's probably gonna come with a knife, if I had to guess. I don't think Scarecrow is gonna come with anything. Two-Face might come with a little something too. Probably a knife, if we're being completely honest. Honor Guard, would you like to see my mask? Oh. I kind of want to watch the Batman trilogy all over again now. Well, I might skip Dark Knight Rises. I didn't like that movie that much. Well, I'll watch half of Dark Knight Rises because the other half was kind of eh. I think my issue with Dark Knight Rises is that it was all build up and kind of weak payoff. Miguel says that Scarecrow's face is so good. I know! It rules, man! I love this! Oh, if there's a wave I don't know how to say no to, it's this one. I feel like I gotta have this one. This is one where I immediately say, yes! Crom, it's good to see you, bro. How many figures are in this wave? 5. That's including the Build-A-Figure. Every Collect-A-Build wave has 5 action figures, and this one is Collect-A-Build. The Collect-A-Build figure, Crom, is Bane from Dark Knight Rises. Just in case you're coming in right now, guys, Bane from Dark Knight Rises, again, is the Build-A-Figure. So have no fear. We're going to see him. He will not be wearing his jacket from the movie, so there might be a variant at some point of him without his with his jacket rather, and there might be a variant of Joker at some point without his jacket too, because well, you know, McFarlane, he likes his variants, and I'm here for it because we keep getting stuff that rules like this. Gavin says he might have to consider picking this wave up. I mean, I don't blame you. I'm having a hard time saying no to this. Oh, anytime I see some hard Batman stuff that goes hard like this, I go ooh. Ooh. Gold labels, absolutely, Stephanie. I would be shocked if we don't see gold labels from this wave for some characters. We'll probably see one for Scarecrow, too, because he had several different outfits in the movie. Draven over here says, I can honestly say this might be the first McFarlane wave I complete. Really? You haven't completed one yet? Well, you know, I guess I don't blame you on that one, because in every wave it seems like there's maybe one figure that is kind of eh. Like sometimes, well, yeah, sometimes there's just action figures that are kind of reused, repainted. This one, it feels like they went all out. It really feels like they did. They pulled out all the stops in this wave, pulled no punches, and it really shows. Sonar costume Batman local label. You know what? If they want to do multiple versions of Batman from the Dark Knight Trilogy, bring it on, man. I want it. I would love to see it. Ooh, come on. Give us Catwoman. Give us Talia al Ghul, bro. Give us Ra's al Ghul. They still got villains they got to do. Victor Zsasz. Like Falcone. Yeah, come on. There's so many characters we need, man. Best Scarecrow ever, I know. Draven says he's picky with every toy line, and you know what? That's not a bad thing at all, because you don't want, you know, if you're on a budget, you don't want to just buy everything, and you don't have to buy everything. You just buy the things you enjoy, right? I like my characters, and it takes a pretty solid way for me to complete one. I'm kind of getting to that point too. I'm especially at that point with Marvel Legends. With DC Multiverse, I'm kind of I'm kind of a sucker for DC Multiverse Collect-A-Builds, even though their Collect-A-Build stuff has needed some work for a while. I'm really hoping with this wave that they've ironed out all the problems with their Collect-A-Build figures, and when we put it together, it's going to feel really solid. Because, you know, on some of the Collect-A-Builds that I've done videos of, guys, they felt a little loosey-goosey. King Shark felt pretty okay. Joker bot felt pretty decent. Still needed a little bit of work, but it wasn't terrible. It was head and shoulders above what they did before. So was Powering the worst in the Star Wave? I haven't filmed the rest of them yet, so I can't say, but I'm gonna lean towards a probably on this one, because the other ones look like they're better action figures just from taking a good look at them. But I'll give you a definitive answer in my shorts when I put them up. And by the way, if you haven't seen that Powering short yet from the Star Wave, go check it out, guys. It's actually doing pretty well. It's got over 1,000 views now. I'm pretty surprised about that, because Powering wasn't really one that was doing big numbers over on YouTube, but you guys, I mean, thanks for watching, guys. You guys really push the numbers on that one every time you watch, and I really appreciate it. So, Kelly, you mentioned that short that I packed a lot of information in into that video. I try to do that with all my shorts because one of the complaints about shorts from people is that shorts are, well, short on content, devoid of value. But in my shorts, I try to provide as much value as I can in a little under a minute. So hopefully you get a lot out of it, or as little as I'm on camera there talking. Collector Disconnect, hope this Bane Build-A-Figure is better than the other Bane Build-A-Figure. Oh, I can almost guarantee it will be Collector Disconnect, because there's no way it could be as bad as Last Night on Earth Bane. That was such trash, and yeah, there's no way it can be that bad, because he's a standard size human being here, you know? He's not oversized or anything. He's about the same size as Batman, so there's no reason for it to be a trash action figure. It's just going to be a standard DC Multiverse that we put together. My shorts are the best shorts. Thank you, Gavin. I try to make them good. I hope they're not terrible. Like I said, I pack a lot of info in there, and I hope that you guys get a lot out of them. Have I looked at Arkham City Joker yet? I mean, I've looked at him. If he's on sale or something, I'll probably think about it a little bit more. But, yeah, I don't know. Arkham City Joker looks cool, I just have to decide how bad I really want him. But if he goes on sale, I'll give it a little bit more thought. You've seen review shorts that are just pictures? Really? Wow, that's a complete waste of time. Why would they even upload that? If they're not talking about it and they're not offering their thoughts about the action figure, then it's not really a review. It's just a bunch of shots. It's completely devoid of value. Also, they're not going to get any watch time on that, so they're just wasting everyone's time, including their own. That's dumb. Mr. Slightly Mad, Arkham City Joker comes with Ra's al Ghul's sword and knife. Yes, I know. And that's accurate to the video game, the Ra's al Ghul sword, where you know what happens at the end. Anyway, everyone who's played Arkham City knows what happens. Draven over here says, okay, you're going to check Amazon? Okay. What's best about them... Okay, Gavin over here says, what's best about the shorts I do is that you give a quick rundown about the figure, good, bad, and ugly. You don't drool over the figure and go, oh my gosh, this is so good, and you see them jump off a building. Yeah, I try to focus on like the big picture when I do a short. I try to focus on like the most positive thing or things if we have time. I talk about the drawbacks of it, if there are any, and usually there are, because not many action figures are completely perfect, especially at mass retail, you know? And then I talk about whether or not I think you guys should check it out. And I give it a final rating so you can get a good feel for whether or not you might want to. So, yeah, like I said, I try to provide as much value as I can with those shorts, and YouTube is really pushing shorts right now, so we're going to be seeing a lot of them, not just from me, but from everyone in the coming months, now that the YouTube Shorts things are... The YouTube Shorts are being monetized more heavily than they were in the past. Mr. Slightly Mad, yes, I have seen the figure arts reveal of No Way Home Green Goblin, and we're going to talk about that next week. And I already have that stream all planned out and everything. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man 2. And, well, you guys have heard the news about the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man. I'm wondering if that's going to be the case for the Green Goblin too, or whether they've got things sorted out with Willem Dafoe. We're going to find out, not too sure. But hopefully, you know, it gets released, because I know you guys are probably pretty excited for that sort of thing. I don't know that we're going to see Willem Dafoe from Marvel Legends or not. Maybe we will. But if they do it and they have it all sorted out, I think it's going to be awesome. What happened with Garfield Spider-Man, Gavin? He's not going to have the unmasked head sculpt now because the rights didn't get sorted out with Andrew Garfield. So they're removing the head from the accessories and re-releasing the action figure at a lower price point without the head. And everyone's pre-orders, I don't know whether they're getting canceled or whether they're getting adjusted. I think that they're just, you know what, I can't say. Don't know. Yes, Andrew Garfield is very protective of his likeness for whatever reason. He's an actor, so seeing your likeness out there shouldn't be that great of a surprise, but yeah, there's not going to be any Andrew Garfield Spider-Man. At least not an unmasked one. So if you were hoping for one, don't count on it. How could you not want an action figure of yourself? You know what? I don't know, Miguel. Some people are just really weird about that sort of thing. Like, it's just an action figure, you know? It's for fun. It's for laughs. And most people, I think, seeing an action figure of themselves would go,
Remember, with great power comes great responsibility.
hey, Rewindings for Losers. Thanks for becoming a member, dude. I really appreciate it. Rewind. I don't know if you're out there, if you're listening, but welcome to the chat, or welcome to the stream, rather. I hope you're doing okay, dude. I'm glad to have you here. Where were we with everyone's comments here? They're coming in real fast, so I'm trying to keep up with everyone. Lots of business for customizers. Okay, yeah, customizers are probably going to do their own Andrew Garfield heads, D. By the way, guys, if you become a member, make sure you check our community posts for the link to our members-only Discord. Just FYI, everyone, because we're not posting the members-only Discord link in chat anymore because we get too many people who are not members that try to join up. And obviously, you know, I can't verify them then because they're not members. Just how it is. So if you become a member, be sure you check our members only, or not our member, well, they are members only community posts, and there will be a link for you to join up. I repost that every week so you guys can get on board. And we do have a pretty booming Discord over there right now with all of our members. It's very lively. People are posting pictures and stuff every day, having conversations. A lot of fun over there. It's a great community, very positive community that I'm very proud of, and I hope you guys are all enjoying it, all of our members out there. Mr. Slightly Mad says, Hugo Strange is a pretty immediate figure for Batman's Rogues Gallery. I agree wholeheartedly, would love to see Hugo Strange. I don't know if you've seen it, but a lot of people are like fan casting Dave Bautista as Hugo Strange, and it's actually not terrible casting. He actually looks pretty good with the Lincoln beard on him, the Abe's chin strap. So I wouldn't mind seeing Dave Bautista as Hugo Strange, because Hugo Strange, he's kind of jacked in the comics and stuff, believe it or not. Draven over here says, speaking of likenesses, Keever's still trying to get screenshots to get your nose accurately. Well, let me help you out here. Yeah, that's kind of washing me out a little bit because I'm getting closer to the light, but here's the profile. It's kind of a bulbous nose, I know. There's the left side. Here, let me get you the right side. Okay, I can't really see the screen right now, but that's what I look like from the side. I know I don't turn around a lot, so it might be a little difficult. Here, let me just do a little turn on the catwalk for you. Here's the back of me. And slow turn. Here, make sure you got your captures ready. And I feel like I'm a lazy Susan. Like an action figure in some people's reviews. There it is. Okay. I did my little turn on the catwalk for everyone. My bandana will be fun once I see it. It'll have the Infinity Stones across the forehead portion. Can't wait to see it, Draven. That's gonna be amazing, bro. Collect to disconnect. I think you're right. They will probably reveal the pre-order dates once they reveal Bane, because, you know, as soon as we see toys from McFarlane, that they're very close to getting pre-orders open. So McFarlane doesn't mess around with stuff like this. He doesn't reveal it until it's ready for release. I think he does it a lot different. Well, obviously, he does it a lot different from Hasbro. Hasbro tends to just reveal things as they do it long before they intend to release it. McFarlane, you're lucky if you got a month before he releases something after he reveals it. And I have to say, I like that a lot better. One, it puts a fire under me to make some content about it, because I realize, oh boy, I better
right
be quick.
I'm in.
Thanks for subbing, dude. Glad to have you here with us. Mr. Slightly Mad, average evil guy on chair spin. I deserve that. I had it coming. Todd must be so excited with James Gunn's DCEU plan. Yes, I have to imagine so, Dean, because you gotta know that you gotta figure that he's probably a little tired of doing nothing but Batman, and all these plans from James Gunn to make all these movies and TV shows is gonna make other characters more popular so he can make other toys. It's good for everyone what's happening right now. Because right now what's happening is that Batman has still got the most stock of any DC character. Is that really going to change going forward? Probably not that much, but it is going to improve things a little bit, I think. So that we're more aware of different characters. Like, you know, what the MCU did is it turned Daredevil into an A-list character. And, I mean, I would have never imagined that. But Daredevil's in the top 3 of Marvel right now, easily. People love Daredevil, and I've always loved Daredevil. Look up Deacon Batista. Deacon Batista? Telling me he wouldn't be the perfect Hugo Strange. Who is Deacon Batista? You mean Dave Batista? Yeah, Dave Batista, I agree. Unless we're talking about someone else. Gavin says, I feel James Gunn might have a chance to save superhero movies from mediocrity, thanks in part to the MCU. I agree with that one, Gavin, because right now, the MCU is in severe need of competition, and right now, what is their competition? Not much. I mean, I guess they got the DC movies, but the DC movies have been so disorganized that they're not really a threat to Marvel movies at all. So if they're going to be any kind of competition, then they really got to sort it out. And it seems like James Gunn really has it figured out right now. And plus, he's taking a very hands-on approach, which is good, but also he's doing a lot of writing. I think that creatively, he's going to be better for DC movies and TV shows than I think Kevin Feige has been for MCU, because he's actually got, you know, experience making movies like that, and he's got experience directing, he's got experience writing, and you know, everything. I think that overall he's a very well-rounded choice, and it seems like he's got it together. If the DCU actually gets good, that MCU monopoly could go away. Yes. Right now, we're going to have to see what happens, but I think that it's going to be better for everyone, and the MCU is going to have to go a lot harder with their content. Saddest place on the planet, the Marvel Legends warehouse. Oof. Why? Because they got a whole bunch of action figures that are just not selling. I'm expecting a lot from this new Ant-Man movie. Hope we're not disappointed. Well, it is the first time that we're going to see Kang in live action, And I think Kang the Conqueror is the main draw of this movie. I'm not really a huge Ant-Man fan. I like Paul Rudd, but Ant-Man is kind of, it's alright, I'll watch it sometime, I guess. If I got nothing else to do, I'll watch it. But I went to see the last Ant-Man movie, and I just felt, But hopefully it'll be cool. What do I think of the Dick Grayson Robin reveal? The Dick Grayson Robin reveal was cool. It just uses the Carrie Kelly body, so no great surprise there. It's all right for people who like it. But I wasn't personally in love with it. Speaking of Dick Grayson, let's go ahead and pull up an image of that, because I know you guys are probably pretty excited for it. Here, let's pull this one up. Let me get this into our view. We'll take a look at Joker in a second, but this is the one that we're talking about. The Dick Grayson reveal right there, guys. So that's the gold label exclusive that's being sold on McFarlane's website at the moment. Yeah, it's got MODOK in it too, Dean. I actually forgot about MODOK, so I hope that MODOK is cool too. God, I completely forgot about MODOK, even though we've seen screenshot after screenshot of him. I'm glad they did something a little bit more accurate to the comics. I wish that they just would have gone silly with it and given him the big head and everything, but what they're doing with him right now seems okay. Steve, hello there, how you doing? Hard pass. Okay, so let's, guys, let us know how you feel about Robin in the chat right now. Do you guys like Robin? Is this one that you gotta have for your collection? Honor Guard here says McFarlane Store exclusive. That's right. Online only, McFarlane Store exclusive for Dick Grayson Robin. Honestly, it's not a bad one. I kind of like the way it looks. I know it's reusing the Carrie Kelly body and everything, but it still fits because they're about the same size. Definitive Robin for me, Mr. Slightly Mad. Eddie, how you doing, dude? It's not great. Yeah, it's not like... I think it looks pretty good. It's not a bad Robin. I'd rather a Batman the Animated Series Robin. So you want like a Tim Drake style Robin, is what you're getting at there. The 90s style Robin. This is a classic style Robin, obviously. Yeah, this is a really nice classic Robin. Honestly, I wish this one wasn't a McFarlane Toy Store exclusive. He looks like a kid. Because he is a kid. Batman's always been about that child endangerment life. You want the manly Robin. So, you want Tim Drake. It's a great body for Kid Robin. I just want a classic Batman to go with it. Yeah, so do I, because Year 2 Batman would probably be the obvious choice for something like this, but it wasn't that great of an action figure. I really hope that they do a revised version of that type of Batman soon. Big C, how you doing, man? What are my thoughts on the Nolan wave? It is awesome. We have not talked about Joker yet. Someone brought up Dick Grayson from the McFarlane Store, we were just talking about that briefly. This one I think looks pretty good. Reusing the Carrie Kelly body from the Dark Knight Returns wave, but it looks really good. It doesn't really matter because I think that it looks about right for Dick Grayson. Retire the trash too, yes. Dude, we have seen so many Year 2 reuses lately, and they just got to retire the body. I really want McFarlane to get rid of the Year 2 body. We got Year 2 Batman himself. We got 3 Jokers Batman using that body. We got Batman versus Vampires. We got Hush Batman 1, Hush Batman 2, Bat Family 5-pack reusing that one. Just get rid of it. Stop it. Please, man. McFarlane, please stop. Have I found that Vampire Batman or the Eradicator? I have not found him, Big C. Those are Walmart exclusives as far as I'm aware. I think the Eradicator's a Walmart exclusive. I kind of forget, but I think that he is a Walmart exclusive. So, Go, it's I haven't found them. I haven't really gone to Walmart and looked, and I haven't been all that interested in the Vampire Batman anyway because of the Year 2 body, and because I don't feel... it's okay. Honor Guard over here with confirmation. It's Walmart. Yeah, okay. I couldn't remember if Eradicator was, but yeah, they're Walmart exclusives, which means they're going to be impossible to get practically. I got real excited the other day that Shazam and Dark Flash were in stock at Walmart, and then I tried to get them, and oops, not available. Thanks, Walmart. I can always count on you to bring my spirits down. Dead Man. I might pick up Dead Man if he goes on sale. Dead Man is not like an essential for me. Got some editing to do? Okay, collect a disconnect. Thanks for coming by, man. If you have some time to chat with us, feel free to come on by and say some more. And thanks for keeping me playing in the background. It means a lot. It really does. Mr. Slightly Mad. Thomas and Martha Wayne figures and... Oh, jeez. That's a classy request. It's a little on the nose, but... can't we just include them in the Crime Alley playset that we pitched a little while ago? All exclusives, all Walmart exclusives are third-party exclusives. Facts. And this applies doubly to that getting tongue-tied here. Cell-shaded Spider-Man. That one was a nightmare. They only sent 3 Dead Mans per case, and he hasn't been selling any... He hasn't been selling? Or he hasn't been sitting? Oh, okay. Really? Because you can kind of get them on... Last I saw, you could still get them on Target's website pretty easily. I might have to go to a Target sometime soon and see what they got in stock. Because they've had a couple of exclusives recently that haven't popped up on the website, including the Deathstroke exclusive one that they got, as well as the Kyle Rayner one. And Target usually is better about exclusives than Walmart is. But Target's got its own set of issues where they just they don't bother listing things on their website. I don't know why they do that. The Dead Man action figure's pretty nice. Yeah, it's alright. It didn't blow me away or anything, but I thought it was fine. Honor Guard over here agreeing that he hasn't had too many issues with Target exclusives. Walmart makes me work for it. Yeah, let me tell you, dudes, I know I told you this before again and again, but getting that Azrael Armor Batman that I reviewed a while back, that one was so hard for me to get, because I had to just get lucky. And that's kind of what I've been telling you guys over on the Discord too, when you were all looking for Lizard action figures. You just gotta get lucky on the Walmart exclusives, because they don't handle them, they don't stock them, they don't really... They're ill-equipped for this sort of thing. They're not good about handling exclusives. They want their exclusives to bring more traffic to the toy aisle in their store, but then they actually get them, and then what do? They don't bother stocking them, or they put them on clearance as soon as they have them. What do you think about Two-Face? Two-Face, I wish he looked a little bit more like Aaron Eckhart, because I don't feel that he looks enough like Aaron Eckhart on the Harvey Dent side of his face, the unburned side. I think they might have had some trouble getting the likeness rights and stuff, so they might have just fudged the details a little bit. But I still like Two-Face. I think he looks pretty decent. Now, if we're going to talk about the Nolanverse wave, let's talk about the real... I guess you might call it star of the wave. The one that just got revealed today, guys, by McFarlane, the Joker, Heath Ledger Joker. This one is probably the one that everyone is going to want. Because, let's face it, the Joker was the real star of that movie. He stole every scene, and Heath Ledger even won an Oscar for it. This is the stuff. I like how they got the background there with him burning the money. That was... That Joker, he is buy 2, open 1. Yeah, if you really love this Joker, you might want to consider it. Big C says, the face is just a little off, but for $20, you'll double up. It's going to be $25 because it's collect-to-build. This is a collect-to-build wave. The Build-A-Figure is Bane. The Joker looks so serious. Well, sometimes the Joker's like that. I keep hoping... I hope that they're going to do some variants at some point in the near future. Yeah, Honor Guard, we were talking about Nurse Joker and how we hope that McFarlane does that soon. Obviously, I think that we can all agree here that we want Nurse Joker. Because Nurse Joker was such a fun part of the movie, and had such an iconic scene with Two-Face, that how could you not want him? Why isn't Bane bigger? He's the same size as the other. Because Tom Hardy is the same size as Batman. Tom Hardy in the movie was the same size as Christian Bale. There's no reason for him to be bigger. Like, this isn't a comic book wave. This is based on the Dark Knight Trilogy by Christopher Nolan. I think Tom Hardy was wearing lifts in the movie because he's like 5'9" or 5'10", and Christian Bale's around 5'11" or 6 foot. So they put lifts in his boots so he was around the same size as Christian Bale on film. Build-A-Figures traditionally are a little bit bigger though. No, not necessarily, no. There's been smaller Build-A-Figures, there's been normal-sized Build-A-Figures. There's been Build-A-Figures of lots of different sizes. For instance, there was Dr. Psycho from Mattel's DC Multiverse a while ago, and he was a very small one. There was Hitmonkey by Marvel Legends, that was another small one. You know, if you think long enough, you can name other action figures that have been relatively small for Build-A-Figures. Gilgamesh was normal. Yeah, you're right about that. So yeah, there's lots of normal-sized Build-A-Figures out there if you look for them. There will probably be a gold label of Bane at some point, and a gold label of Joker as well. There's probably going to be gold labels of all these characters at some point, because I have to imagine if he's got the rights squared away, he's going to want to milk this as much as he can if it's going to sell well. And judging by how excited we are for the Dark Knight Trilogy, guys, and, you know, Heath Ledger Joker, I think that he's probably going to want to make a few more of these. This wave is going to be a scalper's paradise. You know, we're going to have to see. McFarlane is a little better about distribution and everything, so everything tends to be pretty well stocked. I haven't had too many DC Multiverse figures that are hard to get. At least, well, unless they're like gold label exclusives or something that are Walmart based. Those are the ones that I've had the hardest time with. But if they've just been like a regular collective build wave, it's been pretty simple to get. Ooh, a pencil as an accessory for Joker. That would be so funny. Give him a knife and a pencil. I would be there for it, Kelly. Big C. The Bane Mega figure is still hard to get. Can't find him retail anywhere. He was available for a little while.
Stop right there. I'm in.
Hey, thanks for subbing, dude. Bane was available for a little while. He's probably on his way out at this point, so if you have a chance to get him at all, you should jump on it. I've seen Bane crop up occasionally, here and there. He went on sale a little while ago, so I don't think that there's going to be too many more of them out there. The only multiverse wave that was hard to find was Blackest Night. Really? Was it? That surprises me, Coolers, because I got the Atrocitus wave, like, really easily, just by ordering it from Target. Well, I'm surprised anyone had a hard time with it. Joker, yes, Big C. Joker probably will be, because Joker is obviously the most popular character in the entire trilogy. I have to believe that he will probably be hard to get. Everyone's going to want him. Everyone's going to want to customize with him. Everyone's going to want to get a few. The Batman will probably still move, because I think Christian Bale's Batman is pretty popular. The ones that I think are going to sit are probably Two-Face and Scarecrow, if any are going to sit. But it depends if people want to complete the Build-A-Figure or not. He says he wants him to somehow make a Ben Mendelsohn figure for the Wave to go with Bane to do the "Do you feel in charge?" I can pretty safely say we're never going to see a Ben Mendelsohn action figure. So you're probably going to have to take a Marvel Legend and just stick him in his place. Or is there like a DC Multiverse action figure that's kind of generic that you can just put in Bane's hands? You know, maybe you should just take a Marvel Legends so Bane feels especially huge. If he gets the Nolan, yeah, if he's got like all the licensed stuff squared away, we can get Talia al Ghul and Ra's al Ghul and Victor Zsasz and who else, man? Lucius Fox, Commissioner Gordon, Catwoman. If we can get all that, that's going to be so solid. Alfred Pennyworth. I don't know that he's necessarily planning on making any more Dark Knight Trilogy stuff, but it would still be really exciting to see, and it would be nice to at least see all the antagonists from the movies represented, and also all the supporting characters, and maybe some variations of Batman here and there that we saw in the movie, and maybe even some vehicles, like he puts out a Tumbler or something. Oh, come on, man, that's good. That would rule. The Tumbler would probably cost as much as the Batmobile, but I would still be there for it. Morgan Freeman, yes, a Morgan Freeman action figure. Don't act like you wouldn't buy a Morgan Freeman action figure. I want 2 80-year-old men action figures, and I will not hear anything to the contrary, thank you. You want a Joe Chill? Oh yeah, that would be kind of cool. I wouldn't mind Joe Chill. Carmine Falcone, that would be awesome too. We need Mr. Freeze. We just got Mr. Freeze, Mr. Egg Toddy. Egg Toddy, did you forget that you released a Mr. Freeze? Make another one. Make the Arnold one. Arnold, I won't lie, like Arnold Schwarzenegger is probably the only the only character from Batman and Robin I would consider getting an action figure for, because that movie was horrid. But Arnold ruled in that movie. Rutger Hauer. Oh, that's right. I forgot about Rutger Hauer, Honor Guard. Oh, he was such a great actor, too. I was sad to hear when he passed away a few years ago. And he went too soon. He was so good in everything he ever did. Who wouldn't buy a Morgan Freeman action figure? That's what I'm saying, Justin. If you're not buying Morgan Freeman action figures, are you even really a fan anymore? I don't know, man. Policeman, yeah, exactly, Kelly. Imagine all the variations of Joker from the Dark Knight that you could do. Policeman Joker, Nurse Joker, Joker in jail with his jacket off with the messed up makeup, bank robber Joker. Are there any other Jokers that you could get out of that? As those are the ones that come immediately to mind. But if you can, I think you should do them. Lady Hawk, oh, that's an odd choice, but you know what? Respect there, Honor Guard. Obviously, if I'm thinking of Rutger Hauer, I'm immediately thinking of Blade Runner. You know, let's zoom in a little bit to get a closer look at our boy Heath Ledger here. Here, can we zoom in even further? So, let's just zoom in and get a good look at his. There it is. Okay, so that's what he looks like close up. And obviously the likeness for Heath Ledger on this one is pretty solid. I think that they've got the hairline right, the face structure looks really on point for how he looked from the movie. If I had to say anything was off by just a little bit, I would say that they're missing the patterns on the tie and his shirt. Which, you know, for a $25 action figure, is anyone really surprised about that? But I think the most important thing here is that they captured the big picture on Heath Ledger Joker. And obviously the most important part of capturing the big picture is getting a good likeness for a movie action figure. And they've done that here. This is one of those... They've really bumped up the quality of the movie action figures, thank God. And Heath Ledger Joker, I think, is every bit as good as Black Adam. Face paint is a little clean. Needs to be a little messier in the red paint. More smeared. Yeah. I'm not going to pass any judgments right now because obviously this is a photograph that has been photoshopped a little bit. And we're not really seeing the figure as we would in promo shots. So I'll offer a few thoughts once we see some promo shots revealed and these go up for pre-order. And that'll be a little closer to what we're actually getting. These are really gussing up the action figures and making them look cool. But right now I think that the sculpting is really good. Maybe the paint will look a little messier once we actually see, you know, not so much lighting on him. Because it's kind of hard to tell what they're doing with the paint from the way the lighting is hitting his face. Bank robber can't have a Tommy though. Yeah, they can't do guns, so it's kind of hard at that point. Open up his jacket and let's see all the... Dude, you know what would be crazy if they actually did that? What if you open up his jacket and he actually does have grenades in there? That would be so funny. Like, you go down there, you open up just to take a look at him, and you realize, oh, there's a surprise in there. Ooh. Big C, I think you're right about that. We're almost definitely going to see these go up. I would be surprised if we have to wait a week, because we're almost definitely going to see Bane tomorrow, and McFarlane does not lollygag about putting these out for pre-order. As soon as he reveals the promo shots of them like this, they go up for pre-order within a week, usually. Hey, Stapler, how you doing? How's life treating you, dude? Glad to have you here, man. Make it so, Todd. Yeah, I hope so. I am begging for some more Heath Ledger Joker. I just want, I don't know, the Nolan-verse stuff just brings back a lot of good memories. Obviously, there was a lot of Batman stuff they didn't get around to in those movies that I would have liked to have seen, like some of the more fantastical elements from Mr. Freeze and Clayface and other villains, but obviously the more grounded ones, they were cool to see. I'm glad that we're finally getting a Batman from the DC Cinematic Universe that isn't going to be a terribly grounded Batman like we've seen with the Nolan-verse and the Reeves-verse. Interrogation scene Joker. Yeah, that's the one from the jail station that I was talking about. Same difference, because he doesn't have his coat on. His makeup is all jacked up and stuff. So if they make that one, yeah, that's another immediate yes for me. Yes! How do you say no to that? Come on, man! This stuff is so good. God, I kind of wish they had Bane revealed now so we could talk about him, but they're not showing him yet, so my hands are tied on this. Oh, just watch. We're gonna do it tomorrow, and I'm gonna shout at the sky. Ah, like an old man. Dean wants the Batman v Superman wave. Martha could be the Build-A-Figure. You know what? I'm sorry, Dean, but I think I can live without a Batman v Superman wave. I can live without a Batman v Superman anything. I can live without a Batman v Superman. I can live without the movie. Oh, Draven over here. Draven saying he would buy a deluxe Joker that comes without the jacket, sleeves rolled, and a jail cell. Oh, that kind of diorama would rule, bro. Dude, they need to put out a playset or something. McFarlane, put out a playset, bro. Put out the jail cell. Put out the interrogation room too. I just want him to go hard. I want him to just go, oh, by the way, we've got this. It's coming up for pre-order real soon. Buy it. It's real cool. You can put Batman and Joker in here. Have him fight it out. He's gonna ask Joker, make Batman ask all kinds of questions. You're gonna have so much fun with it. Here, available for pre-order. Go out and get it. That's my Todd impression right there. You're welcome, everyone. Was that actually good? I've been practicing. Clapping hands, yes. I want Todd to just go hard and put a clapping hands action feature on Joker too. I want him to just go so hard in the Nolan-verse that it's like 25% of his output for 2023. It's Mr. Slightly Mad. Oh no, I'm getting rave reviews of my Todd impression. Oh, Todd. Well, like I said, I thought it was George W. Bush at times. Yeah, well, that's just Todd McFarlane, I guess. I heard they're going to be doing the Tim Burton Batmobile. Could that be the next wave where we get Danny Penguin and others? Correct me if I'm wrong, but aren't they just doing the Tim Burton Batmobile?
And now, folks, it's time for Who Do You Trust? Hubba, 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 money, money, money. Who do you trust?
This wave needs to Kiev.
Yes! Thank you so much for the super chat there, Coolers. Really appreciate it, bro. This wave needs to Kiev. Bro, it's already Kieving! Look at it! How is this wave gonna Kiev any harder? The only way it could Kiev harder is if Bane just comes out looking swole, looks fearsome, and you know he's going to. Come on, man. Oh. I really appreciate that super chat there, man. Helps me keep providing the content you guys love, and it helps me keep the lights on around here. Kelly says the next weapons pack will have Joker's and Two-Face's guns guaranteed. Almost definitely, come on. You know that they got big plans for Nolanverse stuff, especially if it sells well. Walmart is always a no-go for me. Yeah, it's a no-go for everyone. The only reason I ever got that Azrael Armor Batman was because I got lucky. Oh, speaking of the devil there, Coolers, you're right. It's about time for an ad. We got... This discussion has gotten so heavy that I forgot it's been an hour and it's time to play an ad. Because usually I play an ad at the top of the hour every hour. So let's take ourselves a short break. Guys, go to the bathroom. Get yourself something cool to drink. We're just getting started tonight. We still got like a couple hours here. So get yourself ready. We'll be right back, my friends. And I'll be right here with you. I got my drinks right here. I'm ready to rock and roll, son. I love that the audience says ads reminders. It's like the audience respects the hustle, and that's why I respect the audience. No. Oh, well, I do appreciate an audience that respects the hustle. Oh, dude, sometimes people get mad at you for playing ads. And it's just like, I'm sorry, dude, I gotta collect a little bit of loose change every so often, you know what I'm saying? Oh, slightly mad over here. The bat tank from the chase scene. Oh, dude, the bat bike. Come on, man. There's so much good stuff they could do. Hey, can I? Well, speaking of that, we had some drop frames there. Can everyone hear me okay? I think everyone can hear me. It says here that we're still good. My ISP might be doing a little bit of throttling. So, I think we're still okay for right now, guys. Yeah, we're fine. McFarlane Joker. Oh, wow, NSC, you heard about that? Yeah, I heard about that too. That was crazy, bro. Just a slight skip. I hate it when that happens, Honor Guard. Because I got everything good over on my end, and then, you know, your ISP just decides, hey, you know what, you're doing too well. But anyway, guys, now that we're back from our break, let me just go ahead and shill myself for a little bit. If you support what I do, guys, and you enjoy the content, please consider getting a membership or some super chats here and there. Either one is really great, because it helps me keep providing the content you love to see. And your membership, if you decide to get one, comes with perks such as members-only content, members-only videos, of course, members-only live streams, as well as prior response to comments, a members-only Discord. Guys, got a lot of different perks, and I hope you enjoy them. Please consider it. Do I have a new camera because the selfie cam seems sharper? No, I've been using the same camera as always, Egg Toddy. I just kind of, what I did was I zoomed in a little bit for where I'm at right now. I'm in a different room than usual. I wanted to have a room with a little bit more space while I'm doing this because I was having some back issues in the space that I was in. Like, I was really cramped, and I was having back issues, and I was sitting in a really hard chair, and now I'm able to relax a little bit more, thank goodness. It's by Walmart. Yeah, we really got to keep an eye on Walmart with their exclusives, because something is going on at Walmart. It's like they aren't bothering to put the exclusives out, or all the employees are taking all the exclusives before they even get on the shelves. Look more relaxed. Yeah, I'm sitting in a different kind of chair today that's making it a lot easier for me. You like my burrito? Yeah. This is one of my favorite shirts, and, well, I have a cat. And, well, naturally, I gotta have a cat shirt to go along with my cat. One of those standard issue things. If you have a cat, you gotta have a cat shirt. I don't know what she's doing right now. Last I checked, she was out there on the couch just sleeping away. She hardly ever budges from that spot. I bet if I open the door right now, I'm gonna see her out there just sleeping on a blanket. She's a good girl. She puts up with this nonsense that I do every day. Exactly, Honor Guard. It's symmetry. I just can't stop looking at this Joker that we're seeing here, guys. This is really amazing stuff, and I don't know. I'm just feeling the most excited that I've felt in probably the longest time here. I mean, I keep saying that I feel that way about DC Multiverse, but it keeps being more and more true the more that I look at them. Here, let's zoom in a little bit more just so we can see more of his body. There it is. Wait. Scrolling. And there. That's better. Okay, there it is, guys. Yeah. Looking good. Eddie over here says, I had to chase my husky yesterday in below-zero weather after she ran away. Ooh. Ooh, that's rough. Below-zero weather. Oh, man. Temperatures where I'm at have been really low recently, too. We haven't gone below zero, but it has been getting into single digits, and it has not been fun, to say the least. Did you at least catch your dog? I hope you... Well, I assume that you caught your dog. If you didn't catch your dog, that would be extremely stressful. Good. Oh, it's like 60 where you are? Ah, you lucky dog. I wish it was 60. God, 60 degrees sounds like a heat wave, man. See the background to this Joker action figure? I hear 60 degrees right now, and that's what I think it sounds like. To me, it feels like my girlfriend sometimes will get on my case for wearing shorts in 50 or 60 degree weather, and I'll be like, what? It's sweltering. It's practically a heat wave out here. And you're whining about 60 degrees? My girlfriend talks like she's from Florida or something, man. I dated a girl from Florida once, and she always complained about the cold. And I'd say to her, what are you talking about? It's not even cold out. She had to put on a winter jacket in 60 degree weather, and I'd just go... Oh, man. So guys, should we take another poll about our favorite release so far from this Dark Knight Trilogy wave? Now that we've seen them all, now that we've talked about them all, you've had time to digest these action figures. You've had time to think about it and decide which ones are your favorite. Should we take another poll and see what people think? I think that it might be a good idea to take another poll because maybe your opinions have changed because Joker's brand new. You barely had time to look at him before we started the stream today. So now that we've been looking at him and talking about him for a while, and by the way, here, let's look at this. Here, speaking of like details on Joker that we were looking at earlier, they got the stripes on his pants, bro. Oh, they got the little chain over here too. Oh, this is cool. Oh, that's so good. Oh my god, yes. Yes, 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 yes. All right, let's initiate a poll here for everyone. I agree with Coolers here, by the way, that we need a better shot of Batman, because it's kind of hard to tell what Batman looks like at this point. Because, you know, Batman, we got a profile of him, and obviously they're trying to recreate that classic shot from The Dark Knight. But it's not the most descriptive picture, not the most revealing picture. Obviously, when we finally see these go at, or when we finally see them go up for pre-order, we'll have a better sense of the quality that we're looking at on these. You should be getting your Dark Knight Batman stapler in a day or two from the Build-A-Horse wave. Ooh, I still have to review that one. You know, I've got a whole backlog of stuff that needs to be reviewed at some point, and I've been making shorts, and yeah, we're going to be seeing a lot of shorts coming up soon. So, I'm planning on filming one later tonight of something. Yeah, are you building the horse, Mickle? Because I hope that... Well, I hope that you enjoy the wave enough that you're going to want to build the horse. I thought that the wave overall was pretty decent. Oh, you want to see the Joker's shoes? Here's the Joker's shoes. They pretty much got everything right on this one. I can't complain about anything on this action figure. It just looks... I don't know, it just looks so good, man. Oh, I can't get over it. Here, let's take our poll, guys. We promised a poll. Let's do it. What's your favorite? Which is your favorite figure from the Dark Knight Trilogy collect to... I keep forgetting that it's not called Collect and Connect anymore, it's Collect to Build. Just one of those carryovers from the Mattel days, unfortunately. Which is your favorite figure from the Dark Knight Trilogy Collect to Build wave? Is it Batman, Two-Face, Scarecrow, or is it Joker? Okay, here it comes, guys. Get ready, and there she is. Go ahead and let us know what you think, soulmates. I'll give you guys a few minutes. Make sure you cast your vote. Make your voice heard. Because you know how it is, guys. If you don't vote, if you don't show up, and you don't vote, then you can't make your voice heard. Oh man, I remember so many of our ranking streams where we'd be here for so long ranking things, and we put a lot of work into the stream and decide what the best action figures were. And then we'd find, after it was all over, I'd take all the ones that everyone picked and make a poll out of it. I remember a lot of people got mad about the best DC Multiverse action figures when I put a poll up after you guys decided which ones were the best, and everyone was posting, it's obviously Bane! Bane was the best one, but, you know, you guys voted, and Bane wasn't the best according to you. There were several other action figures that were better according to you guys. And let's see, 12 hours... You know, we did like a 7-hour Marvel Legends stream, and we did maybe a 5 or 6 hour DC Multiverse stream when we ranked all the action figures from 2022. And you and me put a lot of work into that stream, and, you know, these people coming in saying, Bane's obviously the best, and I'm like, no, he isn't. It's not according to the people. Cooler's over here, I can't vote for Batman yet, I need a full shot. And I understand that, because I'm still waiting for a full shot too. I hope he doesn't disappoint. The profile looks really good on Batman, but obviously, profiles are not everything. So, I have to believe that Batman is probably going to be pretty good, because he's the star of the set, aside from Heath Ledger Joker. Yeah, Kelly, those streams were epic. Okay, we got 20 votes here. This is nuts, guys. Alright, we're going to give it like 3 more minutes or something on this poll, so if you haven't made your voice heard, if you haven't voted, be sure you make your voice heard. Let's hear it, guys. I bet you anything Joker might win. Or you know what would be funny is if it was divided like it was. Ah, Mickle, if they do side eyes on Christian Bale Batman, I'm just gonna throw a chair or something. I'm gonna get so mad, I'm just gonna go, ah! And throw my entire setup out the window. And, No, please, I really hope they're not doing that. Like, they've posted some, I have seen the rumor mill posting quote-unquote shots of the McFarlane Dark Knight Trilogy Batman, where they're claiming that it's the one that's going to be released, and you know how it is with the rumor mill. I don't take anything like that seriously. I do not take leaks channels seriously at all. I pay zero attention to them. I'm the sort of person who refuses to believe it until it's actually revealed, because what's the point of caring? I think, I just, whenever I see someone talking about leaks, I just assume they're making it up most of the time. Yeah, I really hope Batman doesn't have side eyes. How could they reintroduce side eyes at this point after we all raised a stink about it? After we said, no, we don't want side eyes. Don't do that. Don't do that to us. Like, we all complained. We all got it done. We all got the side eyes out of here. Please keep it away from DC Multiverse. Keep it away from action figures in general, bro. Like, look at this. You see side eyes on our boy Heath Ledger here? Here, I'll zoom in a little bit. You see side eyes on that? No, we do not see side eyes. No side eyes. None of that over here. He looks good. He looks like a masterpiece. Granted, he doesn't have the little patterns on his tie and his shirt, but you know what? Like I said, it captures the big picture, and that's great. Yeah, if I see side eyes now, I'm blaming it all on Mickle. You have to buy something better like SH Figure Arts Doc Strange. Oh, okay. Yeah, if you gotta get Doctor Strange, go nuts, bro. Soulkeeper, Dark Knight, or the Batman? Me, personally, a Dark Knight guy. The Dark Knight was a better movie. I don't really care for the Batman all that much. Everyone loves the Batman with Robert Pattinson. I thought it was okay. It was just okay to me. But I didn't really feel like I needed to see a sequel. I didn't really feel like it needs to have its own separate universe as a DC Elseworlds type of thing like James Gunn is allowing it to be. Hey, Patty, how you doing? Good to see you, man. You love the Bane monologue with Batman? Yes. Everything Bane says is good. I feel like, you know, Bane in The Dark Knight Rises had a set of issues, but all of his speeches in the movie were pretty on point, and the acting, the performance was really good. I think that it just needed a better final act, is the issue here. Just joined the live. Welcome, welcome. It's good to have you guys here. Yeah, Miguel, I agree. The Batman was okay, but it wasn't... I didn't feel like I needed to see more of it. But, you know, a lot of people loved it. Which, you know, respect, I guess. Everyone's allowed to have their opinion. Everyone's allowed to have their own taste. And I guess part of it for me, like I told everyone earlier, I'm just kind of tired of seeing the quote-unquote grounded Batman, because we already got a grounded Batman. Nolan already did a grounded Batman. I don't know that I really need another grounded Batman. Plus, Batman's not really grounded in comic books. Egg Toddy, that's the one thing that I would agree about on this one, Egg Toddy, is that the Batman, if nothing else, it did bring out more of the detective aspect of Batman, which is very positive. Alright, we got 31 votes. You know what the heck, I'll give it like 3 more minutes, because we still got votes coming in. So come on in and vote, guys. Let us know what your favorite one is. So yeah, Egg Toddy, the detective aspect of Batman in the Batman was definitely a positive thing about that movie. And I think that I would like to see that in addition to a more fantastical Batman. Because Batman's rogues gallery sometimes gets pretty wacky. Like, you know, Clayface and Mr. Freeze and umpteen other characters who are more supernatural, like Ra's al Ghul even. You know, he gets dipped into a Lazarus pit and gets revived. He's hundreds of years old. That's so fantastical. Come on. And we need to just accept that instead of trying to iron out all the stuff about Batman that makes him what he is in the comics and try to...
I'm in.
Thanks for subbing. It tries to make him more like some realistic, nonsensical entity. I want to see Professor Pig on the big screen. Yeah, that would be awesome. Professor Pig would be cool too. Oh, Mikkel, if you want to call me Kiwi, well, that's a new one on me. Actually, I don't know if it is or not. I think someone's called me Kiwi before. But if you want to call me Kiwi, you know what? Go nuts, bro. So, everyone's heard about James Gunn's announcements, right? Where they're talking about, where he talked about having Batman debuting on screen with Damian as Robin and not some other person as Robin, which I kind of like. Some people were bothered by the inclusion of Damian Wayne as Robin, for reasons I don't really understand. Maybe it's because they wanted a more traditional Dick Grayson or Tim Drake or even Jason Todd Robin. No love for Two-Face. Well, I mean, we showed some love for Two-Face earlier. We all took a look at Two-Face. It's just that the Joker action figure is so outstanding that he's kind of steamrolling over everything, it feels like. Mr. Slightly Mad over here says, I feel like we need a new classic Punisher from Marvel Legends. You know what? I'm here for it if they decide to do it. I don't know. I've got a couple of Punisher action figures, so I'm not real hungry for one, but I wouldn't mind it if they did. I don't know that Hasbro really wants to touch the Punisher right now. Joe Danger, that's certainly something. That's okay. Yeah, if that's what you want to see in a Batman movie, then I hope you get what you want. Alan, the Scarecrow's detail wins me over. Okay, guys, cast your final votes because we're almost done here with the poll. Come on in, guys. Cast your votes right now, and we're gonna end this in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and it's over, soulmates. End the poll, and who wins it? Who wins it? Why, it's Batman. Oh my goodness, Batman wins it. Well, since Batman wins it again, Batman wins it for the first time. Let's take a good look at our boy Batman here. Since we've taken a long look at Heath Ledger. Here's Batman, guys. There's the profile. We haven't seen too much of this character so far. Hopefully he will look good once he goes up for pre-order. But here's just a taste of what we're getting. So far, so good, like I say. By the way, Traffic Cone, it's good to see you, bro. I hope life is treating you well today. What does Traffic Cone say? He says, I was initially excited for Scarecrow, but I would have preferred they did his suit plus mask rather than the full burlap boogeyman look. Okay, so I wouldn't mind seeing that version of him at some point, Traffic Cone, because he did use it quite a few times. But here's the thing. I think they did the version of him that they did just for the sake of variety and design. Because obviously with the Nolan trilogy, one of the things that you have to consider with designing a wave of toys is whether the look of the wave is going to get too monotonous. Because let's face it, when we're dealing with the Nolanverse wave or anything, the villains from the Nolanverse, most of them are wearing suits. Ra's al Ghul wears a suit. Scarecrow wears a suit. Joker wears a suit. Two-Face wears a suit. So, yeah, he might go with a different design if he's able to for Scarecrow, just so it doesn't look like a bunch of guys in suits. But yeah, it would be nice to see a gold-labeled variant of Scarecrow at some point. Today's your birthday. Well, happy birthday, bro. It's good to have you here with us, and I hope that you're having a nice time on your birthday. It's so great that you're deciding to spend it with us, man. I really appreciate that, by the way. Wolf Skull says, the Joker and the Batman is really perfect figures to get. Cannot wait to get my hands on Batman and Joker. I feel likewise. Come on, man. This wave is too good. This is the perfect wave. This wave destroys everything in its path. It's ridiculous. Mickle says, has anyone seen the new TMNT designs for the new Turtles? Love the figures. Getting the last Roman. Congratulations, by the way. I haven't seen them because I don't pay a lot of attention to TMNT, but I do think that a lot of the work that we've been seeing on Turtles action figures recently has been good. Alan says many of the previous Scarecrow figures was in a suit, so they probably did it for variety. I agree. And I'm okay with this, with the non-suit version, or the lesser suit version. Alright, what do we got down here? Creator of Bricks, by the way. Good to see you too. When the Love of God is Supergirl releasing from McFarlane. Wait, she hasn't released already? I'm kind of surprised. They haven't released her yet? Wow. That really surprises me, because I thought that they were totally going to release her by now, man. God, I really thought pre-orders were already up for her. They didn't release her yet? Wow. Okay. I have no idea. I guess whenever McFarlane feels like putting her out. This is one of those instances where McFarlane's pre-orders maybe aren't going out as fast as we hoped. He hasn't released her or Dr. Fate. Really? I wasn't even thinking about them. Wow, okay. Maybe I'll try tweeting at McFarlane Toys or Todd himself at some point in the future and see if I get an answer. Which I probably won't, but I can still try. I remember a while ago on Twitter, I gave Todd some grief for saying that the Year 2 Batman is now available. Go to Target and get it, guys. It's $50. You're going to love it. It's a cool action figure. Go get them right now. And then, when I went to Target's website, the link that he provided, it wasn't up at all. It was already sold out. So I tweeted at Todd, WTF, Todd? Where's my Batman? Like, oh man, I really went hard on him, and then like within an hour the link was up. So I think he might have made a phone call to someone after the tweets, because he got a few of them, not just from me. We need more thugs and mob guys. Yeah, I wouldn't be opposed to more thugs and mob guys. I guess the major hurdle there is that they'd probably be McFarlane Toys store exclusives, and they'd probably be reusing bodies, because they're the type of action figure that wouldn't sell really great, I don't think. You know, army builder types. Like, maybe they'd sell with collectors. I'm not sure they'd sell real well with the average person. I don't know. Joe Danger says, Supergirl movie comes in 2025. That's right. I forgot about that movie from James Gunn. So you're right. They're going to have to release something at some point. Todd's going to have to just bite his lip and give us some lady action figures at some point, you know? You can't just stop saying no, because the DC Cinematic Universe is going hard on lady characters in their movies. So he's got to just start making them, man, and I'm here for it. A little bit more Supergirl, a little bit more Catwoman, maybe some Harley Quinn here and there, but also other characters like Zatanna. And, God, we need a Zatanna so bad. I know I saw that in chat earlier. You guys are 100% right on that. Supergirl, she appears in The Flash, so come on, Toddy, put her out. Get on with it, man. Let's see the pre-order. Reader of Brick says, the Dark Knight wave is awesome. Yes, it is. This is like one of my favorite waves of DC Multiverse so far. Can't get enough of what we're seeing here. Like, there's not too many waves from McFarlane toys that I'd say is perfect. But this one, yeah, it's pretty close to perfect. You know, you can't really say that anything is really quote-unquote perfect. But it's really getting there. It's just like, so far, I would say this is probably an A tier wave, getting close to S tier. I think the one thing holding me back from an S tier rating is probably Two-Face's head sculpt on the Aaron Eckhart side. That's holding me back from a straight up S tier. But if that sculpt looked a little bit more like Aaron Eckhart, I would say, oh yeah, total S tier. Would love McFarlane to make a Rachel Dawes action figure. Yes, we talked about that earlier in the stream. And we were kind of talking about which version would we rather see. Actually, let's put that in a poll right now, soulmates. We're going to take another vote. We are going to take another vote. Okay, guys, here's the question. I want you to think about this right now for the next few minutes. Which version of Rachel Dawes, if McFarlane Toys put out a Rachel Dawes action figure, would you rather see? Would you rather see the Maggie Gyllenhaal version from The Dark Knight? Or would you rather see the Katie Holmes version from Batman Begins? A set of her. Oh, God. I don't know about that, Alan. That's too much. God, I don't know that I want to buy that playset. If they just want to release a playset of stuff that goes boom or something, or like a playset that has like a destructive action feature, that would be cool too. Why not do a figure with two heads? Because McFarlane doesn't do interchangeable heads. That's why, creator. That's just not something McFarlane does. If anything, he's going to release a variant. Alright, let's take the poll right now, guys. It's time to take your votes. So, which version of Rachel Dawes would you like to see in DC Multiverse? Or, yeah, which version? That's good enough. I was trying to think about another way to phrase it, but that's fine. Maggie, I hope I'm spelling this right. Gyllenhaal. Actually, I'm gonna Google this real quick because I forgot how to spell her name. Maggie Jill. Okay, there it is. Yeah. Completely forgot how to spell her name. There it is. Okay, Maggie Gyllenhaal or Katie Holmes. There it is. Okay. Cast your votes, guys. The poll is up right now. Let's see what you guys think. Once again, cast your votes. Make your voice heard. McFarlane usually doesn't, but White Knight Joker came with two heads. Okay, so maybe he would, but it's a hard maybe. Traffic Cone says, in all seriousness, Maggie Gyllenhaal was the more memorable portrayal. I agree on that, even though it seemed like Rachel Dawes did have a little bit more screen time in the first movie. Still, Katie Holmes is just not as good of an actress as Maggie Gyllenhaal is, so there's that. Katie with the taser. Cast your votes, guys. Ooh, it seems like Maggie is winning hand over fist with 13 votes going right now. Ooh, boy, it's not looking good for Katie Holmes so far, but still, cast your votes, guys. So, does anyone think that Batman is going to come with some accessories? I wonder if he's going to come with a batarang, or if he's going to come with a grappling hook, or if he's going to come with anything. I have to imagine he's going to come with something. Uh, 101 says, I like Katie, but I prefer Maggie's Rachel. Yeah. Maggie's Rachel was just... She wasn't in the entire movie, because for obvious reasons. But her portrayal for as little as she was there was definitely... It had more... It was more fleshed out, I thought. Maggie reminds you of a soccer mom for some reason. Okay. Maggie. Sorry, just looking at something. Okay, hopefully with that sticky gun. Rachel and Joker are your favorite characters in The Dark Knight. I love a Rachel figure to recreate the party scene. Yeah, every scene that the Joker was in The Dark Knight was memorable, and I think it's like that because Heath Ledger was such an electrifying actor, and this is like his big moment in cinema, I think. He had some pretty good roles, but who does everyone remember from The Dark Knight? Everyone remembers Heath Ledger. Everyone remembers how hard he went. Imagine what he'd be like now if he hadn't passed away. He would probably be making movie after movie that just, like, he did Brokeback Mountain, and there was that. That was pretty good. But imagine him now, after all this time. The leaked images? Yeah, the guys, don't pay it. YD Bricks, good to see you too. Guys, don't pay attention to leaks. Leaks are trash. Leaks are, by and large, nonsense. Every so often, they'll be okay. They'll be accurate, but most of the time, they'll just straight up be fiction. They'll just straight up be things that people are making up to get views, to do whatever. Joaquin Phoenix did a better Joker, Egg Toddy. Well, I don't know that it's really much of a... I don't know that you can really compare them, because the two Jokers that we're talking about are so different. Like, obviously, I think that Heath Ledger's Joker is obviously much more malevolent. And he's aggressively so. Whereas Joaquin Phoenix's Joker is not necessarily malevolent on purpose. The characters are so different that I wouldn't even compare them. They're both very brilliant portrayals in their own right. Like, I feel like if you were to talk to Joaquin Phoenix's Joker, you could reason with him a little bit. As opposed to Heath Ledger's Joker, where, yeah, good luck with that. Tell us how it goes, bro. I'm gonna crack open my spring water here because I'm under a hot light. Gotta keep yourself hydrated, bro. Mickle over here says he was not a fan of Phoenix's version at all, to be honest. You know what shocks me, actually, is that we haven't seen an action figure of Joaquin Phoenix's Joker yet from that movie, because it was such a big deal. It's like the highest grossing R-rated movie ever, and they haven't done an action figure of him for DC Multiverse, and he came out around the time that McFarlane was picking up the license, right? So, where's our Joaquin Phoenix, bro? Let's see him. Excuse me. Y&D says over here, Heath Ledger's Joker will be asking you why so serious while not taking anyone seriously. Yes, indeed. Mickle would love to see Willem Dafoe as Joker. Dude, here's the thing, man. Like, Willem Dafoe had this killer idea for a Joker movie where he said, I am obsessed with the idea of a two Jokers movie, where one is like a real Joker and one is a fake Joker. And where he was playing opposite Joaquin Phoenix. And I thought of that idea, and I took that idea and I thought about it. I said, dude, this idea would rule. Willem Dafoe, he looks like the Joker, man. If there was ever someone who probably should have been the Joker, who was never the Joker, it's Willem Dafoe. Because look at that face, bro. I know he's famous for the Green Goblin, but come on. That is Joker. It is Joker. That man is a walking Joker. Instead, they go with the idea that they went, the musical with Lady Gaga, which is probably going to be pretty fun in its own right, but two Jokers with Willem Dafoe? Come on, you fools! How do you not capitalize on it? Ah! Traffic Cone. Yeah, I thought that was cool too. They decided Willem Dafoe looked more goblin-like than the Goblin mask. Yeah, the Power Rangers mask was always kind of eh. They originally had a mechanical mask for Willem Dafoe to wear in the movie, but they decided it didn't really work. It looked cool in like all their tests, but once they tried to use it, it just didn't really work out. Mark Hamill is the Joker. Yeah, Mark Hamill officially retired from being the Joker after Kevin Conroy died. Like, you guys noticed that Mark Hamill's kind of retired multiple times from doing the Joker, but he kept on doing the Joker despite his retirement. But now that Kevin Conroy's died, he said, I think I'm officially going to retire now, because my Batman died. Which, you know, it's alright. I think that he's done the Joker long enough that we can find other people to do the Joker and do it well. For instance, Alan Tudyk, he does the Joker on Harley Quinn, and he actually does a really good job doing it. I think that he does a pretty good Joker voice. I don't know how everyone feels about it, but Alan Tudyk as the Joker, I'm kind of here for it. The original Goblin mask was better, but Sony thought it would scare kids. So instead they do a Power Rangers mask. They thought the Goblin mask would scare kids. That's the point! That is the entire point! Sony always making the worst decisions possible. Ugh. The Goblin is supposed to scare children. That's the point of the character. Venom, he's supposed to scare children. The design isn't supposed to be pleasant. The design is supposed to repulse you. I'll give it a couple more minutes on this poll here, guys. If you haven't cast your vote yet, make your voice heard, guys. We currently have 17 votes. Another minute on this one. We're gonna end the poll, and we're gonna see which actress you want to see. It's probably Maggie. I'm not really looking at the results right now, but it's probably Maggie. I mean, let's face it, it's Maggie. Probably Maggie, but still, cast your votes. Jensen Ackles' voice as Batman is great. He also voiced Red Hood. Yeah, Jensen Ackles is pretty good. I don't mind him. I think that Diedrich Bader in Harley Quinn is also very good. I think he does a pretty decent job as the character. He's been doing Batman for a while, and it works for me. I think him and Alan Tudyk work well together. The original looks so much better. Yeah, that original mask, they should have gone with that for the Spider-Man movie. Don't get me wrong, the first Spider-Man movie with Tobey Maguire was good, but it could have looked a little better in regards to the Green Goblin instead of that Power Rangers trash. Power Rangers. I think everyone can tell what I think of Power Rangers. Well, guys, we need to take a look at some page punchers pretty soon here. So let's go ahead and end the poll. Who did you guys vote for? I wonder. I don't know. Let's find out. Oh, it looks like it's going to go to Maggie. Hey, Chinese Rocks, how you doing, dude? All right, Maggie wins with 61% of the vote. Oh! Thank you for the Rachel poll. It's sad she hardly has merchandise and she was left out of the Mattel Movie Masters line. Yeah, it's too bad. Because, I mean, she was a pretty important part of the movies. She had a pretty big role in both of them. She was the catalyst for a lot of what Batman did, and a catalyst for Two-Face, so... even though she's an original character created for the movie, she's still important. Yeah, Vader is Batman, the Brave and the Bold. Like, that was a pretty popular show. It had a good run. So, and I think he did a good job with it. Kevin James from Mall Cop as Batman. You want Paul Blart as Batman? Give the man a screen test. Kevin James is alright. Getting a little old. So unless we're just having him do the voice, it's maybe not. Jared Leto would be a great Joker. He was okay. I mean, he wasn't bad or anything. Yeah, let's take a look at these page punchers, guys. Because, you know, we're getting a new wave of page punchers here. So we might as well just crack open some of these images and take a look at what we got. So here's Aqualad, everyone. And here's Ocean Master. We'll just go along with the accessories ones. Let's take a look at Aqualad first, I suppose. Kevin James' Old Man Bruce in Dark Knight Returns. Oh, okay. Yeah, sure. I know you were kidding. I'm not taking it seriously. Yeah, I saw some people who were talking smack about Aqualad, but I think he looks pretty good, to be honest. Alright. Aqualad looks good. Hair is eh. You know, I didn't really have a problem with the hair. It's, I think the main complaint is that his hair is supposed to be like all one color, right? And it's kind of dry brushed hair is what's happening here. But I think that Aqualad looks pretty good. I remember when I first saw him that well, I recognized that he looks pretty accurate to his depiction from the comics, and I thought that I was pretty surprised by that, because with these new page punchers, based on the Flash wave that we got, I thought that we were supposed to be getting redesigns, and this wave seems like it's part redesigns, part just accuracy to the comics. Like, we're seeing some redesigns, yeah, but also we're like Aqualad, he looks pretty much just like he looks regularly. They didn't really do all that much with him. Creator of Bricks likes to change the comic with different cover variants. Yeah, I'm pretty cool with the different cover variants. I still wish that the comic book wasn't all the same here, because one of my biggest criticisms about the Page Punchers line, it's the 7-inch one, is that they all come with the same comic book. And they've started doing these variants, so they're kind of picking up, you know, a little bit of what we're putting down here, but they still haven't gotten it all across that we don't. I think a lot of us would agree, we don't want all the same comic book with them. We want, I don't know, like a mini-series. We want to have something a little different with each one. Figure Motion, what did you miss? Well, we talked about the Nolan-verse Dark Knight Trilogy wave for a good long while, and it looked pretty solid. Reminds me a little bit of the Young Justice animated version, Honorguard says, and you are absolutely right. It looks just like that, and he looks, I mean, you're right, he looks just like him, and he looks like some of the incarnations that I've seen depicted in comics. So I think this is a great version of the character. It's pretty much, it's to me, it's like a lot like Constantine, where, hey, we're finally getting a version of this character, and he's actually really accurate to what we've seen from the comics. So this one's a total W in my book. I thought that maybe the head looked a little weird initially, but then I zoomed in on it, and the head sculpt for Aqualad actually looks really good. Like, look at that. The structure on it, yeah, this looks tight. Obviously, you might have mixed feelings about the look of his hair, because I think it's supposed to be one solid color, but yeah, I'm not bothered by this one. This is pretty nice. I wouldn't mind having this entire wave, I think. We're going to take a look at our next character. Yeah, Kelly, I don't know what they were thinking about the repeat comic book stuff, because what, like, say that you actually collect the entire wave. What are you supposed to do there? What? You just have multiple of the same comics then? I mean, it's not great. You go out and you collect the entire wave, suddenly you've got 4 of the same comic book. What do you do with all those extra comics? You just keep them around in case you tear one up? You just keep them in the box? Do you give them away? There's not a lot of point to it, and I don't know what they were thinking. Are his lips are too dark, really? How does he look in the trading card? Here. Sell them on eBay. Yeah, I guess so. I don't know. Yeah, I guess you guys might be right about something. Looks like he's wearing makeup. Does he? I don't know. I don't really see it. Well, here is Ocean Master from this wave, guys. Yeah, the face sculpt is pretty good. Now, this one, I would say this one is probably my least favorite from the Aquaman Page Punchers wave. One, well, he has really nice textures on him. I think the sculpting is kind of cool. But I'm kind of bothered by, like, the huge gap in between his legs that we've seen on some DC Multiverse stuff recently. Also, the head sculpt is a little off, I think. The mouth looks weird to me. This redesign makes me feel mixed feelings, because the coloring looks good on the action figure. It looks less good, I think, on the artwork that we see depicted over on the trading card. Like, let me show you guys what I'm talking about here, because it's kind of hard to see the head sculpt as is. That's what the head looks like up close. And I don't know about that one. This Ocean Master is miles better than the gold label. I mean, yeah, there's that. It's easily better than the other Ocean Master that we saw as a Target exclusive. Well, we won't debate that. I'm just saying that the mouth looks a little awkward on this one. Like, what happened there? What? I think part of the problem is that I think that part of the issue for Ocean Master here is that we barely see any of his face exposed because of the nature of his headgear. You forgot what the variant looks like? Honor Guard is on point with this one. The expression on his face says this mask is painful. It looks like his face is getting pinched up and he's getting scratched by all the spikes that they have on this one. His neck articulation is going to be hindered. I don't know, because a lot of DC Multiverse action figures lately that I've played around with have had pretty stellar neck articulation. Haven't found too many that have been hindered, but I imagine if anything's going to be hindered, it's going to be like the ability to move his head forward. Because, you know, you see those spikes there. They might be really pliable too, so it might not be too much of a problem. So, you know, I don't know. It's hard to say when we're just looking at images like this. It's one of those cases where you really have to hold it in hand and make any final judgments on it, but you might be right. It might be hard to pose, or it might not be that bad. I have noticed that we've seen some plastics on McFarlane Toys stuff that's pretty pliable, so we'll have to see what happens. But let me pull up Ocean Master, that, you know, the gold label one, for you guys who have forgotten what Ocean Master in that incarnation looks like. And, well, I'll tell you right here, right now, we see a lot more of his face. So let's pull up Ocean Master, and there's the image right there. Let me pull it into our browser so you guys can get a better look at this. Okay, there's Ocean Master. Right here is the gold label Ocean Master, guys. There's his face right there. So I think that the head sculpt on this one is a little bit better than the Page Punchers one that we saw. Bring me the head of this helmet designer. Look at that. See, the head sculpt on that one is a little bit more in line with what I think Ocean Master should look like, and we see a lot more of his face, and it's just a better all-around head sculpt. And contrast it with the Page Punchers one right here, where, yeah, he looks like he's really, really uncomfortable, looks like he maybe has to use the bathroom, looks like he's got several issues that are afflicting him at the moment. This versus this. Obviously, this one is the clear winner, at least in my book, and I have to imagine that a lot of you guys probably agree here, because come on. Yeah, if you guys have Grodd. Oh, Mikkel has Grodd? Oh, dude, I still have to get Gorilla Grodd. Gorilla Grodd, man. That toy looks so cool, and I've just been sleeping on it. You know what? I've been kind of waiting for it to go on sale. So, there's a reason I haven't gotten Grodd yet. But Mikkel here says that Grodd wasn't able to look down, but the helmet was very bendy. Oh, Honor Guard, does it have like a back door or something where Ocean Master can do his business? Here's what the action figure looks like all together. The gold label exclusive. The Target exclusive. As noted before, this one is a repaint of Aquaman. It's a redesign of Aquaman with a new head and some plastic bits that have been added to him. God. Everyone's having a normal one with Aquaman over here. Poor Aquaman. Does Aquaman eat fish? Actually, I don't know. Does he? What does Aquaman eat? Gotta eat something down there. Does he? Oh, imagine talking to fish and eating them. You know, if you talk to Aquaman when you're a fish, you gotta have a little bit of you're gonna be a little bit more cautious around Aquaman when you hear him calling. Still better than the usual Bucky Cap repaint, Figure Motion says. And, well, I guess I would have to agree with that, because at least they're picking a body that roughly matches the character, which is leagues ahead of what they're doing with Bucky Cap, where they just apply it to every character that they possibly can. And that's kind of the thing I like about McFarlane's reuse versus Marvel Legends reuse, is because when McFarlane reuses things, and make no mistake, he does, when he reuses things, it makes more sense because it tends to be more character specific, where he'll reuse a Flash body, but it will be for another Flash character, like Reverse Flash or Wally West. Or he'll reuse an Aquaman body, but it will be for an Aquaman character, like Ocean Master. And he'll reuse Batman bodies, but it's also for, you know, Batman. Very few instances I can think of where he reuses a body for multiple different characters that doesn't actually belong to the character. Most recent one I can think of is the Blue Beetle body, which was repainted for Booster Gold and looked kind of garbo, to be honest. That one looked pretty cheap. A lot of people loved it. I thought it looked terrible. And then he was also reused for Dead Man, that body. Is there anyone else recently that used it? Can't think. But if there is, there might be one or two out there. Let's see here. Big C asked, did you like the Nolanverse Scarecrow pick? Yeah, we talked about him. We really like him. Thought that he looked pretty cool. Really nice version of the Scarecrow. The mask and the straitjacket that he's wearing are really incredible looking. Mikkel says that he took all of his armor off, but left it so he can put it back on. His helmet sits a little higher, but it still looks good. Had to use epoxy putty for the head. Okay, so you did a little bit of customizing on your Gorilla Grodd, and now he looks a little bit better. Let us know how he looks after you apply some maybe paint apps to him, because maybe you can put some deco on it that makes it look a little bit more like the comic books Gorilla Grodd. Big C asks over here, besides Batman, which Scarecrow, Two-Face, and Joker are you least excited for? Probably Two-Face. Because I don't think he's I think he's like the weakest release of the bunch. In my opinion. Like I said, I think the head sculpt is a little off compared to Aaron Eckhart's appearance, so I'm just not terribly excited for it. My opinion could change once we see the action figures revealed for pre-order, but, you know, right now, I'm not feeling too strongly about Two-Face. Here, guys, let's take a look at Black Manta from this wave. Now, I think that Black Manta here is probably the star of this Page Punchers wave. Because this one is a really good version of Black Manta. And it doesn't deviate much from his traditional design. Obviously, we are seeing some things that are a little different. Like, we're seeing some red highlights here where I think there's supposed to be lights coming out of his suit. And then we're also seeing a lot of plating. And we're seeing some mesh textures too. Really, really good here. The blades on his arm are removable. Just FYI, everyone. You might be wondering about that. They are removable. So that's a really cool feature because you probably don't want to always pose Black Manta here with his blades. I like this redesign for Black Manta a lot better than the Captain Cold one because it actually looks like Black Manta. That's the one thing that I think went wrong with Captain Cold, was that it didn't look anything like Captain Cold anymore. Always like Black Manta's design, but what does he do again? He pretty much uses the suit to give him an even playing field with Aquaman. He's just a villainous character. He's a mercenary type. Mickle here says he wish he had bigger feet. Going to stand for certain poses. Yeah, probably. Sometimes that's how it goes with these action figures. When I review action figures, I try to make them stand on their own, and sometimes it has mixed results. But I always try to make them do it, and there are times when I've had to use a stand, like when I was doing Bane and trying to get him to break Batman's back. It was tough to do. So, what Black Manta can do is, he's really, really smart for one, so he's got his own equipment. He's a skilled combatant. He's got armor, and the armor gives him superhuman strength, optic blast, that his, the eyes on his mask, those shoot like rays, and he's got some weaponry that's built into his costume, like, the blades that you see here. And he also has artificial gills that he uses for underwater breathing. In essence, he's a mercenary, and he often comes into conflict with Aquaman. Yeah, I don't know that I was the biggest fan of what they did with Black Manta in the movie. I thought they probably could have done something a little bit more exciting with him. But yeah, he's way cooler in the comics. I think part of the problem is that they tried to shoehorn too many villains into the movie. Because obviously the big bad of that movie was, by large, Ocean Master. And yeah, he does like ocean-related stuff, but also he's got an obsessive quest to take down Aquaman. Because he feels that Aquaman has slighted him. He was okay in the movie, but, I mean, Black Manta is one of Aquaman's big arch-enemies. So, if you're going to make a movie about Aquaman, you probably want to focus on one arch-enemy, and not all of them at the same time. I don't even know who does Aquaman have a third arch-enemy? Because usually, when you talk about superheroes, their arch-enemies come in threes. Like with Batman, it's Ra's al Ghul, Joker, and Bane. And with Spider-Man, it's Doc Ock, Green Goblin, and Venom. And, well, before Venom, it would have been Kraven, maybe. And then when you get to Aquaman, you got Black Manta, you got Ocean Master, and who else is there? I'm not sure Aquaman has another guy who's really an archenemy. Can't, at least if he does, it's not coming immediately to mind for me. MST fans, good to see you, dude. Kinda resembles Devil Ray from the Justice League cartoon. They couldn't use Aquaman and his villains. Yeah, I guess so. Black Manta. Some people are criticizing this one for having a head that doesn't necessarily look like it could fit inside of the helmet that he's wearing. But I've seen other posts that note that Black Manta's head is actually farther down in the neck area, so that the mask, the helmet, actually does fit. It's just covering maybe the top half of his head more so. Heroes are only as good as their villains, yes. I wonder if we're going to see any more Aquaman characters in the near future, like Mira and stuff. I guess Mira is a good character that we could probably see at some point, because a lot of people want a new Mira. Actually, now that I think about it... Here, let me take a look at something real quick. Yeah, Mira would be a good character to see. Hopefully comic book Mira and not live action. Yeah, I don't think we're going to be seeing any more live action Mira anytime soon. Because Amber Heard as Mira was cut out of the new Aquaman movie. She originally had a part in there, but I think they decided to remove her after all the Johnny Depp trial stuff. What a dumpster fire that was. As a villain, he's required to come up with absurd schemes, laugh maniacally, and monologue their plans. Yes, that is typically how villains operate. You'd like to see a 90s hook hand Aquaman. We're probably not going to see that unless he does a gold label variant of something. But, you know, never say never. That's what I say. Let's take a look at Aquaman, speaking of, and see what he looks like. Here's what the redesigned Aquaman costume looks like. I don't think it looks bad. I think it looks pretty decent. I kind of likes the way that the scales on his armor looks, the chainmail. It kind of looks like sharp barbs that are, hanging off of his person, and then some of the bronze trim that we see on the side there of his tights and stuff. That looks cool too. I think that this one looks like a really well done action figure. Also, the head sculpt looks really cool because, here, let's check this out, guys. Like, look at that. Look at the detail on that. That's a way better head sculpt than we saw in the Endless Winter one. The Endless Winter head doesn't really compare, I don't think. Also, this one doesn't have side eyes, so that's automatically a W. Oh yeah, at least his right shoulder is not going to suffer any trauma anytime soon, MSD, I know. Oh, that beard looks so good, doesn't it? Man. Castaway Aquaman. He's got a certain look about him. It's a good look, too. Aquaman to armor. I want my right shoulder protected. I don't care about the left. Focus on the right. I don't know why they decided to do the design this way. This kind of reminds me... This kind of design reminds me of the 90s in a big way, you know? Some of these redesigns that we're seeing, it feels like it's the 1990s that come all over again. I wonder if that's Toddy Mac's influence or whether that's just the way that they're drawing these guys now. Eddie Rodriguez says that this wave serves better as a collective. None of them are strong as a standalone aside from Black Manta. I think that Black Manta and Aqualad are the standouts from this one. Are those Ocean Master's legs? Are they? Yeah, let me take a look. Is that Ocean Master's legs? Here, let's take a quick look here and see if maybe they are. Okay, there's the details on them. We see the little swoops here going down the sides. Some scales over here on the side. There's some mesh there, scales over there. And then there's the bronze plating on the sides there. Scroll down here, there's the boots with all that ornate inlays. Now let's go over to Ocean Master and see what he looks like. Okay. Alright, those are not Ocean Master's legs. No, they have two completely different sets of legs. Alright, nope. Both are original. Well, that settles that. I'm glad we put that to rest. Big C over here asked, do you collect the MK11 line from McFarlane at all? Batman Who Laughs Is Fire. No, I don't collect that line. I saw the Batman Who Laughs, I thought it was cool. I thought about getting him, but ultimately didn't. I do have a Batman Who Laughs. It's not from the DC Multiverse stuff. I have the Superpowers collection Batman Who Laughs. So that's another one that I'm going to be doing a review of very shortly. And coming soon, I have to get my hands on Deathstroke, Nightwing, and Wonder Woman. There's supposed to be a Reverse Flash coming out for Superpowers at some point in the near future, but I don't know when. I thought it was going to appear in this wave, but it looks like we're not going to be seeing him soon. Well, we'll probably see him soon, but he probably won't appear till Wave 4. The card art shows Aquaman's hands as green and shoulder armor as gold. Yeah, I know MST. They've been doing that a lot with the McFarlane cards recently. And I don't know why they do that. You know what I think it probably is? Maybe it's because the action figures take like a year to make, and it doesn't take as long to make the comic book. Because that kind of discrepancy, well, you think that they would draw... Actually, I don't know, man. Would the comic book already be created by the time they're making these designs? Or does McFarlane like have designs that he just shows to the comic book artist, or to DC rather, and say, hey, could you make a comic book about this? Blah, 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 and then they do it. And, well, here we are. And then midway through production, they decide to change things in the toy, and etc., and then there's just like miscommunication, and then we wind up with this kind of instance where we get things that don't really match. This just in, Nolan Wave is a Walmart Gold Label exclusive. Ha! Yeah, that'd be a good way to nerf the entire wave in a hurry. God, that would be a bucket of cold ice. That sounds like something Hasbro would do for Marvel Legends. They tell us all about this cool new wave, and then right at the very end of the announcement, they'd say, by the way, it is a Walmart exclusive. And then everyone goes, ah! Miffed over here says you didn't hear about the Page Punchers, really? Well, then you know what, Miffed? This is now your moment. You've only seen the Dark Knight stuff, it's all news. Is the consensus that the Dark Knight figures are more interesting? I mean, yeah. Everyone's more excited about the Dark Knight stuff. I mean, take a look at this. Very obviously, people are more into the Dark Knight stuff. But, you know, it's a stream where we're talking about McFarlane's DC. It's a stream where we're talking about DC stuff. So, I gotta bring up the Page Punchers. We also talked about Dick Grayson Gold Label exclusive. And, I was maybe going to talk about some Spin Master stuff tonight, but one of the things that annoys me is that Spin Master makes a lot of different DC toys, and I see them out there, but I never hear any news about what they're doing. And whenever I see any toys that they've released, it's always well after the fact. And I follow, you know, Spin Master on social media, and I still never hear any announcements from them about the DC toys that they come out with. So I'd kind of like to start talking about it a little bit, but it's kind of hard. You just want an original Wonder Woman from Todd. Yeah, I get that. Right now, you're probably going to have to settle for Superpowers, because that's like the only one. Did I get the Blob? No, too expensive. You didn't see Dick Grayson. I don't know, do I still have the Dick Grayson image up? I might not. Oh, there's Dick Grayson. Yeah, there's Dick Grayson right there. Uses the Carrie Kelly body, McFarlane Toys store exclusive. The gold belt on Batman is really well done. Yes, yes it is. Everything about this wave is really well done, and I think that it's going to sell really well because of it. MST says, I know it would never happen, but I would like to see new figures based off the Burton-Schumacher Batman films. Yeah, it'll never happen. The only reason that Michael Keaton stuff is making the rounds right now is because he appears in The Flash. But don't get your hopes up for Batman Returns stuff, and don't get your hopes up for Batman Forever or Batman and Robin either. Never say never. That's what I say, but all I will say about it is probably not. Girls don't sell. I remember that. I remember Todd saying that, and wasn't a good look. Not gonna lie about that, because, well, obviously, we have women who buy action figures. Women have always been interested in action figures. And I would say that about a quarter of my audience is women. So, I mean, if you're... Why would you leave an entire segment, like half the population, why would you leave them out of the equation when you're making these? One of the things I hear very often is that women action figures don't sell, and then meanwhile I'm sitting by saying to myself, yeah, it's kind of hard for them to sell when you don't make them. Yeah, I know we'll probably never get Rachel Dawes, but we can still talk about it. So, yeah, literally a quarter of my audience, women. So, maybe they should have a few more representation. It's just an idea. It's annoying. Like the attitude, oh, they don't sell. Meanwhile, we've got huge movies coming out with several women characters like Supergirl. And then we've got other characters represented in the movies and stuff, who obviously are going to have to get action figures at some point, because they're too big not to. You mean the Birds of Prey Harley Quinn? Oh, Myth, that movie ruled. I have that figure. Birds of Prey was awesome. So, the one that everyone is excited about now is we talked about this earlier, but the one that we saw revealed today that everyone is excited about is the Heath Ledger Joker. And, well, I mean, obviously everyone's excited for him because, come on, it's Heath Ledger as the Joker. Oscar-winning performance. A costume doesn't do it for you? I mean, respect. It's probably her most iconic costume from the entire movie. They had a lot of different costumes for her in that movie, because the one that she wore in the first Suicide Squad movie, Suicide Squad, was very uncomfortable, according to her. So they decided to have her wear a bunch of different stuff. And they gave her a new costume for the Suicide Squad, the reboot. Coolers, you excited for another ad? Oh, thank you, bro. I'm glad you are, because it's about time for another ad. You know, we're not quite at the top of the hour every hour, but we do need to play an ad here at some point. So I will be back with you very shortly, my friends, and we will talk a little bit more about all these wonderful DC toys that we are feasting well on now at the moment, because these reveals... Miguel, they just made a Blue Beetle figure. Do you mean the one from the movie? Here, I will be right back, guys. Stick around. We're not going anywhere yet. Big C. Did you see the Kraven figure was an online Walmart exclusive for their Collector Con? Yes, I did. And I didn't think Kraven was all that great. By the way, soulmates, now that we've taken our ad break, and hopefully we're back at this point, I hope, well, let me just say that if you support what I do, please consider getting a membership or a few super chats here and there, because it helps me keep providing the content you love to see, guys. And your membership, if you decide to get one, comes with various perks, such as priority responses to comments, members-only videos, excuse me, early access to videos. My throat's a little dry from talking for 2.5 hours. Gotta get a drink here shortly. Also, we have a members-only Discord, as well as members-only live streams. So, again, your membership comes with various perks. Please consider it, my friends. Also, text-to-speech is activated for our super chats. So, please consider those too. Does anyone know when Kraven is coming? I do not know, personally. I haven't heard anything about it, Figure Motion. But I have to imagine that they're going to put pre-orders up for him soon. Maybe. It's Walmart, so it's, boy, it's, you know, it's Walmart, so good luck. Miffed over here. Lego General Grievous says, man, I'm excited to finally get my hands on a Heath Ledger Joker figure. I've been looking for a long time, but I'm going to collect the whole wave, though, because those movies are sick. Yeah, this entire wave is pretty killer. Really excited to see what Bane looks like for sure, man. And I'm going to have to make a video about this one, definitely. Miffed over here says, Jack Nicholson Joker never gets any toy love. Keaton Batman gets some, not much, but more than Joker. And it's funny, because Jack Nicholson before Heath Ledger was like the version of Joker that everyone knew and loved. And he was like the gold standard for how Joker should be depicted in media when Jack Nicholson played him. And I would not mind seeing a Jack Nicholson Joker at some point. I wouldn't even mind seeing Batman Returns, Penguin and Catwoman and stuff. Or, you know, it would be cool to see Batman Forever and Batman and Robin stuff too, but I really just think that they're doing Michael Keaton Batman because he appears in the new Flash movie, and I don't think that they're going to be doing anything else with the Tim Burton and Schumacher stuff. Oh yeah, Jack Nicholson's Joker has a really iconic design. But what they did with him for the movie was really, really good. It was impressive. Jack Nicholson is still your favorite live-action Joker. Really? Really? You know, Jack Nicholson had some words about Heath Ledger playing the Joker a while back, where he expressed frustration that they didn't ask him to return. He said he wouldn't have, but he would have liked to have been asked. Despite being, what, like, he had to have been 70 years old at the time or something. Thanks for those penguins in the chat there, coolers. Whack, whack, whack. Oh yeah, about memberships. Your membership also comes with exclusive member emotes and a badge of honor in chat, soulmates. So another consideration for it. Have you ever danced with the devil in the pale moonlight? Oh, what a good line that was. That line was so good. Oh yeah, there's our Hyperion emote. Thanks there, Traffic. God. That was like the best thing that come out of the new Marvel Legends reveals was the Hyperion pose. I'm so surprised they went with the pose for Hyperion that they did for those promo shots. That was something. Certainly a choice. Someone mentioned that the photography for the Dark Knight Joker here was really, really good. And you guys are right. Like, they captured the spirit of the movie really nicely. Like, this is pretty much a spot-on recreation of the scene where Joker is burning the big pile of money. And, where he tells the gangster, all you care about is money. This city deserves a better class of criminal. And I'm gonna give it to them. Really iconic stuff. God, every scene that he was in was iconic, man. Eddie, you forgot about that emote? Thanks for them penguins too, Eddie. Whack, whack, whack. I appreciate you, man. Traffic Cone over here says, to be honest, I have yet to get into DC Multiverse, but their promo material is so much better. Yeah, they really go hard on their promo shots like this. The actual product shots could probably use a little bit of work, to be honest. But the promo shots, when they do them like this, woo, boy, they do a nice job. Like, this really makes you say, wow. It's so unlike what they do over at Marvel Legends, where generally the promo shots for, you know, the actual product shots that they put out are better. Except in the case of Hyperion, when they caught him in that squatting pose. That was weird. I don't know why they did that. Oh, that was a great impression? Oh, thank you, Mickle. Lego General Grievous says, I would like to see the HBO Harley Quinn series as figures, but I doubt that will happen. I'd like that too, because I love the show. Seems like an obvious slam dunk to me to make her and Poison Ivy and Dietrich Bader Batman and Alan Tudyk Joker and who else do you make? Just whoever happens to be the antagonist of the season, I guess. Oh, Bane! Bane's like a big character on that series. He's really funny. He's really good. Oh, did I sound like Heath Ledger? You want to know how I got these scars? Kite Man, yeah, we gotta get Kite Man in here. Scarlet and Gray, it's good to see you, dude. I'm glad you're here with us, man. I don't know if you got a good look at Heath Ledger's new action figure here that just debuted today on McFarlane's Twitter and Instagram accounts, but take a good look at it because this one is really nice. Figure number 4 of the collective build Dark Knight Trilogy wave, guys. The last one, like I told everyone earlier, is going to be Bane. That was announced a little while ago at one of the Comic-Cons. Some of you guys might have missed the announcement, but that is the last action figure, Tom Hardy's Bane. You love dumb-looking comic characters? I mean, yeah. I love it when we can turn them into Maymays. It's not even like it's not even that the Hyperion was a bad action figure necessarily. It's just that the pose they got him in was funny. That was ridiculous. Oh, you think the guy who does the photography for DC Multiverse frequents some of the YouTube streams related to the product? You've seen him with Brad, Ahsoka, and Rob during the DC Infinite Hour stream. Oh, that's cool. I know who Brad is. I don't know who the other guys are. Like, sometimes I'll watch Brad's videos, but I have no idea who the other guys are. Oh, okay. We're here for the Maymays. I'm here for the Maymays too. The more Maymays you guys make, I love a tasty Maymay. I respect it, Miffed. It's okay, man. Brad. Yeah, Brad seems like an okay guy. Like I said, I watch some of his reviews occasionally. I don't watch a lot of creators' stuff, but I like his channel because... Well, I kind of like his channel because he's one of, like, the only guys that doesn't talk smack about DC Multiverse and McFarlane constantly. Because a lot of times when I'll be browsing different accounts for people, they'll just dump on McFarlane's work all the time, and it's like, you know, this is literally half of what I talk about, man. So it gets a little exhausting when people just decide to come by my channel and just start dumping on McFarlane, like, why are you here if you don't like it? Because it's like going to Pixel Dan's channel and dumping on Masters of the Universe. How do you think that's gonna go? I watch Pixel Dan occasionally too. He seems like a great guy. Nothing. Yeah, I got nothing bad to say about him. I've enjoyed several of his videos. Every so often I watch a little retro blasting too, because he's made some Indiana Jones videos that have been really solid. Like he did this one where he kit bashed an Indiana Jones action figure together a while back, and boy, that was a nice video. That was really good. Yeah, the ones that a lot of people talk trash about McFarlane, and occasionally I'll go on to Twitter accounts and stuff, and I'll just it'll just be like the actual reviewer themselves just saying, "Boy, I'm tentatively excited, but this I just know it's going to turn out terrible." Figure Motion, not a fan of DC Multiverse, but like watching my content. You know, I appreciate it regardless. Thanks for being here, dude. It's fine. I mean, no one's obligated to like DC Multiverse. It's just people who decide to come and talk smack in the comments section like it doesn't even personally bother me, but if they just decide to dump on DC Multiverse, I'm looking at them and wondering, why are you even here? Why would you spend the time on it if you just don't like it? It's like with Marvel Legends, I like Marvel, and I like Marvel Legends, and I think Hasbro puts out good stuff occasionally, but, you know, you see a lot of criticism from me, because, you know, sometimes, they also put out a lot of stuff that has been kind of ho-hum recently, like the recent peg warmers that we've seen. Yeah, the thing about the criticism around DC Multiverse is that the criticism they're levying at Todd McFarlane or McFarlane Toys is criticisms that would have been applicable back in the 90s. Like, they're just like statues. And meanwhile, I'm looking at these and thinking, dude, they've got like 40 points of articulation. What are you talking about? The criticisms they're levying at McFarlane Toys are things that would have been applicable literally 20 years ago. Not now. They're very obviously not statues. They have articulation up the wazoo, dude. Yeah, new sculpts from McFarlane Toys. Yeah, they're calling it 22 points of articulation, but if you really count them, it's more along the lines of 30-something to 40. What I think they do is they just don't count certain points of articulation, and they just lump them in the 1 point. They call it 22 points, but I've actually counted it, and it's a lot. Like, for instance, the ankle joint alone has 3 points of articulation. And, wish they had thigh swivels. Yeah. Occasionally they do. Usually they don't. Usually what they do is, if they have any kind of swivel at all, you're going to see it on the hip. And I wish that they had a little bit more of a hip swivel, is what they would do. Because I imagine that's what they want to do, but right now we're not seeing much of a hip swivel on these. Yeah, I know, they complain about DC Multiverse consistently, but praise Hasbro for toe joints. Imagine clapping like a seal for toe joints that they finally put on Spider-Man after years and years and years. Nickel. Firefly? I haven't seen that show in years. Spider-Man finally got toe joints after, what? 20 years? Or not even, well, not 20 years, but 15 years of Hasbro handling Marvel Legends. Took them long enough. Say that much. Mips over here says, I love what McFarlane is doing. Sculpts are unmatched. I prefer the size and tactile feel of Legends, but I feel the sculpt is the most important part. They really make a statement on a shelf. Yeah, I mean, what you're looking at here, you're getting a lot of bang for your dollar. Like, people will people will criticize McFarlane for not including accessories, but here's the thing, like, you have to ask yourself what's more important here. Is having more accessories important, or is having a better sculpt important? Because what you're getting for, in terms of your money with the McFarlane Toys release, is you're getting a better sculpt rather than, you know, a Build-A-Figure part or lots of accessories in the package. So there's a trade-off here. Obviously, with a Hasbro Marvel Legend, you're going to get, well, recently they haven't been doing as many accessories, but they have been doing Build-A-Figure parts, but the Build-A-Figures are not that great recently, like we saw with Chode. Toe joints shouldn't be a special thing, they should be normalized like any other joint. And what's funny is that they used to be. On Toy Biz Marvel Legends, at least. But then you got to Hasbro's Marvel Legends, and they kind of just removed those on... They had toe joints on a few of them from the beginning. I think Beast had them, and... did anyone else have toe joints going into that wave? The first wave? Oh yeah, Hulk had them. And then, but that was, I'm pretty sure that was a Toy Biz toy. That's why they had them. And then they just gradually kind of ironed it out over time. On bigger figures, I agree. Bricks like the Hulk and Rhino, or better yet, Bane, Nickel says. Toe joints, yeah, I wish we saw more of that. Actually, on the new Bane action figure, the Mega figure that we saw pretty recently, that one had some pretty good hip articulation. It had a pretty deep hip swivel, I thought. And Clayface had a pretty deep hip swivel, too. So, on some of the Mega figures, it seems like the hip swivel that we're seeing on them is deeper than others. And Year 2 Batman had a pretty deep hip swivel, too. I think the takeaway here is that I would like the hip swivel on DC Multiverse to be more consistent. If I have to criticize anything about DC Multiverse toys, it is, 1, the ab crunch needs a little bit of revision because very often it's hard to get the figures to bend over. They bend backward pretty well. The torso swivel or the torso rocker works pretty well, but in terms of like the waist doing anything, it's not very mobile. Doesn't really do much usually, and the figure can't really bend forward. It's been kind of hit or miss, and I wish that were more consistent, and also I wish that we had a better hip swivel on them. And also there's the Build-A-Figures that he does for the collective builds. I wish that those were more consistent too. And well, I wish that they would just stay together better. Traffic Cone says, honestly, I'd be fine ditching baths if it meant lower prices since I just sell them anyway. Yeah, I know that they use the baths to move less popular characters. I don't know that the Build-A-Figure is really helping them move regardless. Because, well, so many times now over the past year I've seen the controller wave and the Bonebreaker wave just kind of sitting there. Doesn't seem like people are all that inclined to finish the wave, regardless of the Build-A-Figure. The latest Build-A-Figures had, I thought that the controller wave was kind of meh, because I thought the controller was kind of lackluster, because they were, by and large, they didn't even fix the hip part of him, that they just kind of took off of Thanos and didn't bother to smooth it out or anything. I thought that one was kind of eh. But then we get to the latest ones like Puff Adder and Chode, and oh boy, it's it's not great. So I'm not sure that the Build-A-Figure is even going to be a compelling argument anymore. And now they're still releasing all of these obscure characters that no one wants. Yeah, the lazy reuse is really hurting Marvel Legends, I think. And they gotta pull out more than that. They gotta pull out more stops than that if they want to catch up with DC Multiverse here and do a little bit more like what they're doing. Lego General Grievous says, I don't collect Hasbro as McFarlane, but I'd say there's some good prices for some of them, like that Ultimate Boba Fett. I don't remember what it was called, but it was Boba Fett. Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't really do Star Wars stuff, so I couldn't tell you. Eddie here says, earlier this week, I ordered a paperback of the character Bloodshot off of Amazon, and the seller sent me Robbie Reyes' Engine of Vengeance by accident, and all I thought about was this meme. Did it at least give you some memories of the streams that we did, the countdown to midnights? Because if nothing else, I hope it gave you some good memories of that, even if you got sent the wrong comic book. I'm sorry, Eddie. Oh, that's tough, man. Miffed here says, for me, some of these waves get such bad distribution, I don't even know they exist. For example, when it was out, I never saw anything from the Apocalypse wave, not even once. I always forget it exists. Yeah, that's like something that I've noticed is a huge difference between McFarlane Toys and Hasbro. McFarlane's distribution seems to be leagues ahead of what is going on with Hasbro. How is that the case? How? I don't know. But honestly, even back in Toy Biz's day, the distribution on Marvel Legends was not great. But how is it the same between Hasbro and Toy Biz when Hasbro's got way more resources than Toy Biz ever did? I don't know, dude. MST says that failed HasLab plus the 15% staff layoff is probably going to hike prices up more than they are, making people even less inclined to buy Marvel Legends. So, here's the question here. Is Hasbro even losing money, or are they just not growing as rapidly as they want to? I don't know. I can't remember much from the article that we read last week, but if anyone knows in chat, go ahead and post it. Yeah, Hasbro's lost the plot, and I don't know, man. I think it's going to take something for them to get back on track. Saw a retro blasting video. Say companies make low quantities so they can say they sold out. That tracks. Hasbro, it all comes down to Hasbro's management, and that's absolutely the case. Their management is dog water, like Cooler says, trash. And if anyone deserves to lose their job, it's management. Not the workers, not the people who are working to make all this stuff. 15% of people. Just thinking about that makes my blood boil. "15% of workers. Makes you just want to throw something, dude. Scarlet and Gray, Dr. Art points out how much Marvel Select is for a better price and no reuse. Yeah. I mean, yeah, he's right. By and large, Marvel Select puts out better detailed action figures recently than Marvel Legends are, and they're at a comparable price point now, which is crazy. How do you have the same price point as Marvel Select? Marvel Select is supposed to be like the slightly higher end option. I remember way back when, Marvel Select was double the price of Marvel Legends. Now, it's virtually the same price. Okay, so they're making $5.8 billion, which is probably up from what they made the year prior, right? So they're making money, but not enough money. $5.8 billion, and they gotta fire 15% of their workforce. Nonsense. The new CEO at Hasbro came in with an iron fist and demanded stuff like the price hikes. Oh yeah, he's gonna do wonderful things for Hasbro and not make collectors just give up collecting. Sounds like he's really good at his job. Well, you know about CEOs. Absolutely useless people. They're know-nothing people, failed up to their position, and think they know better than everyone else. Know-nothing vultures. Oh yeah, coolers. For on $30 you get a giant Beta Ray Bill. For $35 you get PS5 Spider-Man, who repainted from Renew Your Vows. By the way, if you guys are looking for Beta Ray Bill right now, go to Shop Disney. They have Beta Ray Bill from Marvel Select. Don't know if you're interested, guys, but if you want him, he's on there. $35. Traffic Cone hit the nail right on the head here. Look at this one. He's trying to inflate short-term profits so he can pad his resume for jumping ship to another company in 2 to 4 years. Exactly. That's all he cares about. That's all these executives care about, to fail up. They pump the short-term profits and act like, oh, look what we did. Look what I did. And he's just going to jump ship while Hasbro takes the biggest blow they possibly could. Big C asked, did you get the penguin from Grundy Wave? Yeah, I got the entire Grundy Wave. And I'm working on reviewing that soon. Figure Motion, congrats on getting Arkham Asylum, dude. It's, I don't know if you've ever played it before, but it is a solid game. Actually, all the Arkham games are pretty good. Arkham Knight is my least favorite one because of the way that it's created. It just... Excuse me. It just isn't that... It's like the Dark Knight Rises. A lot of build-up, weak payoff, also weak antagonist, I think. Also, it plays well. It plays really well, that I'll say, but the way that the story is written is really garbo. But Arkham Asylum and Arkham City are masterpieces, and I hope you have a good time with them. Arkham City was a especially fine, condensed experience. Really, really good, dude. Yeah. I kind of wish I could experience for the first time again. That's what I feel like. I was thinking of maybe picking up Arkham Origins and playing that soon, because I never actually 100%ed the game. I 100%ed all the Arkham games except Arkham Origins, and I really want to get back into that one. Yeah, MST, you're right. They finally put the Batmobile in the game, but when they did put the Batmobile in, they pushed it so hard that it was to the expense of everything else. God, I remember the Deathstroke fight from Arkham Knight. That was trash. The Deathstroke fight from Arkham Origins was so much better. Oh man. Oh, Figure Motion, you got them. You got all 4 on PS3 and PS4. Oh, dude, nice. Nice, that's solid. They got an Arkham collection on the last gen console now, if you want to go check it out. They got a collection that has Arkham Asylum and Arkham City. Might be worth taking a look at. I played a little bit of them on my PS4 a while back, but ultimately I just decided to... I already have these on the 360. Do I really need to play them again on my PS4? So I removed it from my console. Also, Arkham Origins is kind of hard to get. Well, it was hard to get. Actually, I don't know how much it costs now. Miff says he buys imports a lot and used to paying $70 to $120 for a figure, and when a collector like me is finding it hard to justify the prices of some Marvel Legends, you know it's bad. Well, I think that the issues that are raised between, the issues that I raised with Marvel Legends and DC Multiverse, I like to think that the issues that I'm raising is what a lot of collectors are thinking when they look at these things. Like, we're thinking about what we're getting for our money, because, for a lot of people, money is tight. And that's why I talk about that a lot. Occasionally, I'll get people who get all huffy and puffy and say, well, I don't know why you talk about the price. The price is the price. And it's just, well, I talk about the price because it's relevant for working people. Why would I not talk about it? It's a very important issue to a lot of people out there, to probably most people. Figure Motion says, heard that collection wasn't as good as the original. You might be right. I didn't really notice any difference, to be honest. But maybe there's something there that I'm not aware of. Mickle. Yeah, exactly, dude. Whoever says that doesn't work for a living. Exactly. 100%. People who say stuff like that, they're probably rich. So, of course they would just say, oh, the price is the price. Traffic Cone says, some people are too eager to pretend that price isn't a factor, yet will try to explain away flaws as being understandable due to budget constraints. Yeah, I understand that some things are going to be kind of nerfed due to budget, but that doesn't mean I'm still going to bring things up. Like, obviously, on Heath Ledger Joker here. Here, let's zoom in a little bit. We talked about this earlier, but if you're just joining us, we're going to talk about it regardless. So if you look in close at Heath Ledger's tie and his shirt, it doesn't have the pattern like we saw in the movie. So they're just flat paint apps, it looks like. Now, obviously, it might be a little bit different once we finally see the pre-order up, but I don't think it will be. And, you know, is it really a big deal? I'm not sure it is, because it looks like the value of the colors is about right. So that the tie is a darker value than the shirt is, just like the movie was. But I do have to bring up, yeah, the patterns that we see there are not there. So I don't know how important that's going to be to everyone. And I don't know that it's really going to affect whether or not I'm going to enjoy the action figure, because I think that, overall, I think this is still pretty good. D says, you're one more price hike away from your girl ending your collecting hobby. Oh, dude. See, that's what I'm talking about. Like, the prices are getting so crazy with some of this stuff that the prices are getting real crazy and wages just aren't going up enough in accordance with the price hikes. So, you know, a lot of us are getting priced out of this hobby that we love. And what's going to happen then? We're just going to have to find something else that we love. Like, another hobby that I have is gaming. And by God, I love gaming so much. I love gaming as much as action figures, probably, to be perfectly honest. And if push comes to shove and action figures get too expensive, I'm probably going to sacrifice some action figures so I can keep gaming, because gaming, you know, you spend money on a video game, you do get a lot more for your dollar. Like, you buy a $60, $70 video game, you're going to be enjoying it, depending on the game, for a good long time. Or if you get something on sale, you're going to get a lot of fun. Like, you go out and buy Elden Ring, yeah, you're probably going to get way more mileage out of that than a single action figure. Coolers. Legends Wave used to cost around 120 to 140. Oh yeah, the good old days. Now they're 160, 200. Oh, let me tell you this, Coolers. A Legends Wave used to cost around $60. A Legends Wave back in Toy Business Day cost ballpark $60. Well, we'll say this. A Legends Wave used to cost around about $45 to $60, depending on how many figures they had in the wave. $45 to $60 for a Toy Biz wave, compared to now. And mind you, adjusted for inflation, a Toy Biz Marvel Legend would be somewhere in the ballpark now of around $13 and change. Ballpark that figure. So now you're paying $25 for a standard Marvel Legend, which is probably $12 more, $11 more than they should cost, roughly. Considering, you know, the quality that you're dealing with. Mickle, you still play Dark Souls to this day. Ooh. Nice, nice. You know, I just played Dark Souls recently for the first time, and I finally beat it. And I played it as, like, the worst category you could. Oh, it was so hard. I should have never done that. I played as, like, the cursed category, and it was painful there. Yeah, it was painful. Honor Guard, raising prices is reality, but raising them too much is counterproductive. Yeah. Like, you raise the prices too much in accordance with everyone's wages, then when push comes to shove, people aren't going to buy the thing that you buy with disposable, you know, quote-unquote, disposable income. I don't know. I don't like the term disposable income. The term disposable income bothers me a lot. Because is income ever really disposable? It doesn't feel like it. Traffic cone. I spent so much less when gaming was my main hobby. Ironically, right? Of all the hobbies that are most expensive, I would say that music is probably one of the more expensive ones. And then collecting action figures is kind of midway there. Oh, hey, congrats, Christian, on finding Vampire Batman. And then, you know, video gaming, ironically, less expensive hobby. Who would have thought? Myth brought more Fortnite skins to... Wait, did you say you bought more Fortnite skins to Marvel Legends? Oh, yeah, those aren't even tangible items. God. He says, Keeper, if you get a PS5, let us know. I can show you a way to get PS Plus Extra for like 50% off. Okay. I don't know if I'm getting one soon, but I probably will get one in the near future. Because I really want to play Spider-Man 2. I want to play Wolverine, Spider-Man 2, Demon Souls. I want to play Dead Space, the remake. I love horror games. Always have, always will. Yeah, I just want to join the next gen at some point. And now that the shortage is quote-unquote over, I really want to get into it. Microtransactions, yeah, those aren't great. I can live without that stuff. I think that's one of the things that's praiseworthy about the latest Dead Space game, is that we're not seeing that. At least not to my knowledge we aren't. I don't think we aren't. We better not. I'm sick of it. Figure Motion. Got Arkham Asylum and Origins for $20. Okay, so wow, that's actually really good. Nice, man. Oh wait, is RE4 coming out next month? Oh, dude, yeah! Oh, I love RE4. I got a whole Twitch stream where I stream. I stream Monday through Thursday on Twitch, and I play. Right now, I've been playing through Super Nintendo games on there, starting with Super Mario World. Usually, I play a lot of horror and adventure games, and I have a lot of that stuff on my channel, Soulkeeper Gaming. And yeah, we started doing Super Nintendo stuff because I thought it would be a lot of fun, and also, I don't know, I love the Super Nintendo, I really do, and I want to see everything that it has to offer. I'll probably still play some horror and adventure stuff in between the Super Nintendo stuff, I'll probably still play some horror and adventure stuff between the Super Nintendo stuff, but right now, I got a big quest that I'm on for that channel and my gaming channel. Oh, you just started Forbidden West. Congrats there, Honor Guard. Oh, it looks kind of cool, not gonna lie. I wouldn't mind trying it out. So RE4 remake is coming. Oh my god, I'm so excited now. Dead Space and RE4. Oh yeah. I'm feeling Super Star Wars. I have that game, Figure Motion. Actually, I have a pretty decent Super Nintendo collection. Somehow I have 2 copies of The Adventures of Batman and Robin, and I really don't know how that happened. You know, one day I woke up and I just had 2 copies of The Adventures of Batman and Robin for the Super Nintendo. I looked at this and wondered to myself, where did this come from? How did this happen? I literally don't know how I got 2 copies of it. I just did somehow. What I want to say happened is I think my mom got me one, and I think my aunt got me one way back when. Like, if there's a game that I'm not gonna lie, The Adventures of Batman and Robin is a really fun game, so I can't be too mad that I got 2 copies of it, but still, 2 copies of it, Soulkeeper, come on. Oh, Eddie, you were playing Maximum Carnage? Dude, that game kind of rules. It's one of LJN's better games, Acclaim's better games. Yeah, if you're gonna play Maximum Carnage, stick with the Super Nintendo. The Genesis version is trash. Well, it's not bad, but it's not the Super Nintendo version. You could really tell. I'm particularly excited because my girlfriend just got me an upscaler, a really nice upscaler that allows me to pretty much play anything on my streams. So now I can just, you know, I can do anything. I can do my Sega CD, I can do PlayStation 2, I can do literally anything now, and it's really exciting. And I can't wait to share that with everyone on my Twitch channel. I can't wait to hopefully share it with you guys sometime, because I have a lot of cool stuff that would be great to share with you guys at some point. Yo, I think they'll do a gold label Harvey Dent, Genkos asks. Yes, I really think they are going to do one. They're gonna have to do a new body, though, because, you know, the suit on Harvey Dent, I mean, let's take a look at him over here. Let's scroll over to Harvey Dent right there. Yeah, look at him. His obviously his suit is it's a little burnt. So he's gonna need a little bit of a change. But I think they're gonna do a version of him at some point. Well, now that I think about it. You would sub to a gaming channel from me? Okay, well, I have a gaming channel. It's called Soulkeeper Gaming over on YouTube. It's literally just my name and gaming. That's my gaming channel. And I have multiple videos up there. I've been doing a ton of shorts, too. And I'm trying to produce more content for it. If they do Genko says if they do a normal Harvey, then we really need to get a Rachel. I hope McFarlane gets off his high horse in regard to lady action figures. And yeah, you guys just noticed the coin? Eddie, that coin is there. It's there, bro. It's a really nice attention to detail. I hope they do a gold label of him. The one thing that makes me think they might not do a gold label of him is the face doesn't look quite right. I've noted this a couple of times this stream. The face doesn't really look like Aaron Eckhart, which makes me doubt whether they've actually gotten the rights from Aaron Eckhart to use his likeness. So, I don't know, guys. We're gonna have to see on this one. You already subbed to my painting channel. Thanks, man. I think there's might be a link over on my channel page here to my gaming channel. Mickle. I'm pretty sure there is. If not, it's just Soulkeeper space gaming. it's very simple to find. MST, yes. Lots of people have been asking about this, but Bane is definitely the Build-A-Figure. Absolutely 100% the Build-A-Figure. Bane from Dark Knight Rises. It's not the Bat Cycle, it's Bane. It's already been revealed. It was revealed way back at like a Comic-Con when McFarlane was doing their reveals and showing off to the crowd a bunch of stuff, and this was one of the things. And yes, Bane will be the Build-A-Figure, 100%. No doubt about it. Thoughts on DC EU reboot? It's positive. It sounds like James Gunn really has it figured out, and I am here for it. I think that the MCU is going to improve too because of it, because they actually have to compete. And, you know, all the stuff that he brought up some big names, and he brought up some obscure stuff too. And I think it's great because we really need to see more obscure DC stuff, because DC has a lot of lore that they just leave untouched because they focus so much on Batman. Mickle, I have 842 subs. Dude, I gained like 10 subs today. Oh, that's great. Mickle, thank you, dude. I appreciate it, man. I hope you enjoy the stuff I put on there. I like to think it's pretty entertaining. You know what's funny is that I actually just fixed the syncing on my audio here on my streaming software because I realized it was off by a few milliseconds. And I was reviewing some footage and I realized, oh, dude, my audio doesn't look quite right. And then I decided to set the delay on it. And I said, dude, I've been streaming for 2 years. I just realized that my sync has been off all this time. And I kind of face palmed. And then I also noticed that my mic has been overloading a lot, and I finally fixed that, I think. I hope I don't sound like I'm overloading all the time, because I've been messing with my mic settings trying to get it just right. You know what, D? I am totally here for a mix of PG-13 and R-rated movies. If they want to do a fine mix of those and not... I'm perfectly fine with it if they want to do stuff that's a little lighter and stuff that's like just straight up R-rated. I think that that kind of diversity will be good for DC movies going forward. Oh yeah, Tumblr from Batman, that would be awesome. I've been telling you guys this entire stream, I want to see more Nolanverse stuff. Because, I don't know about you, I got that nostalgia for it now. I got the nostalgia. I want to see that Bat Bike. I want to see Ra's al Ghul. I want to see, like, some League of Assassins guys. And I want to see, the Bat plane from The Dark Knight Rises, and Anne Hathaway as Catwoman, and Talia al Ghul, and, you want to see more ads? Maniac. I love Coolers. Coolers, you're so good. This is Maniac over here. Give me ads. Yeah, we all live and learn, Mickle. Sometimes it just takes me a little longer to learn, I think. Aw, Commissioner Gordon, too. Gary Oldman, give us the rights, man. We want a Gary Oldman action figure yesterday. Oh yeah, dude, if they make a hard R horror movie of Justice League Dark, that would rock so hard. That would be amazing, D. I would be totally here for it. Oh. God. I'm just so happy right now that things are looking up for DC. Because I've always been a big fan of DC Comics. I know a lot of people are more... I've always been a fan of both Marvel and DC. It's never been about sitting in one camp versus another for me. Always enjoyed them both very much equally. I remember going to comic book shops, and we missed the last ad break. Can you help me out, Keeper? I can help you out. Here, let me help you out with that, guys. Stick around. We'll be right back. What will the accessories be for Scarecrow? Eddie, I don't know. They've only released the promo shots right now, so I have no idea what the accessories are going to be yet. There might not be any accessories, to be honest. So we're just going to have to wait and see. Pre-orders for these will likely be up soon. Any guess? Maybe like a tank of fear gas or something. No ad break? Aw, some people just get lucky, D. If you're a YouTube Premium member or something, you don't get served ads. If you're not a YouTube Premium member, you probably get served ads. Some people just get lucky. I don't know, man. These ad breaks are sometimes kind of, touch and go. Yeah, I agree, Jenko. There's so much potential with the Nolan line that Todd would be crazy not to capitalize on it after this wave gets released, because you know it's going to fly off the shelves. Oh, it's going to be a hit. Another ad. I don't want to hemorrhage viewers. Coolers. I love you, coolers. Alright, so yeah, the new Green Lantern stuff that they're coming out with, the detective show, that sounds fantastic. I am so into that. Where they're going to turn it into a whole detective show with, oh yeah, Riggs and Murdoch. Riggs and Murdoch from Lethal Weapon. That's going to be so good if they do that. If they do that with Hal and John, I might actually start liking Hal Jordan for a change. Lucius Fox, yeah, why not? The one time you want ads and you deny me. I know, I can't make YouTube serve up ads. Ah. I can't believe I've got, like, people in chat begging for ads. I've got, like, 3 people who want more ads. Do other streams serve... Out of curiosity, do other streams serve up a lot of ads? I just have to wonder, is that how other streams go? Because usually I only do it at the top of the hour every hour. Although occasionally, you know, sometimes when I go a little bit long like this, obviously things happen. All right, let's shift gears for a second. I have something I'd like to look at. And I want to know your guys' opinion on this. I don't like other streams to sit through their ads. Ouch! Wow, you know what? I will take the compliment. I appreciate it, dudes. Alright, I just have to get this set up here. Alright, we got it. Alright, so, yeah, we'll just accept the cookie. So, how does everyone feel about Spin Master's DC toys, out of curiosity? Because, like I mentioned to everyone earlier, I would like to talk about these a little bit more, but I rarely ever hear news about them. Honestly, I never hear news about them. The only time I ever hear anything about Spin Master's output is when I actually see it in stores. A little toyish. Well, I guess that would sound about right, wouldn't it? I mean, yeah, they are toys. They're all toys. Some of the stuff that they're doing actually looks pretty good. Like they got like elbow swivels, they've got knee articulation, they got hip swivels. This is Spin Master's DC output. It seems like the articulation on them is pretty decent. It's a step above Imaginext, the Fisher-Price DC Super Print stuff. And they've got, you know, Aquaman has some nice scales on his costume here. Wonder Woman's got some nice texture. Ironically, Spin Master is doing a regular Wonder Woman before McFarlane is, and that's a positive treat right there. There's your regular Wonder Woman, guys. Can you pay me more to have more ads? Yes. I will absolutely accept super chats and other assorted mun-muns to play more ads. I don't know why you want it, but I guess so, Egg Toddy. I like these as a complement to, say, DC Superpowers Collection from McFarlane. You know, these are around the same price as the DC Superpowers Collection from McFarlane, as well as the Page Punchers 3 inches, and they're kind of a nice piece of competition against the Marvel Legends 3 3/4 releases. They have a thigh. Yeah, that's what surprises me about these. The little 4-inch ones, D, have the thigh cut like you see here, but then you get to the 12-inch ones and they don't have the thigh cut. That's just bizarre. I like the 4-inch ones a lot better than the Spin Master 12-inch action figures. Like this, yeah, I can get on board with this. This looks roughly equivalent in quality to, say, Toy Biz's output from DC, for DC Toys way back in 1989 to, yeah, right, like 1989. They initially had a license to make DC Toys for a little while, and they put out some stuff that was okay. They put out a little bit in 89, a little bit in 1990, and then they lost the license. They have a Gorilla Grodd for this wave, so if you're interested in that, I saw him down at the bottom here. They got a Jon Stewart, and Jon Stewart actually looks really nice too. None of these are really bad. And I think this Lex Luthor they did kind of rules. Like that, man, look at the textures on that. That looks really good for what is a Spin Master release. Kind of an inexpensive toy they're putting out there, but it looks really, really cool. I should check out Jazzware's Fortnite line. Yeah, I play a little bit of Fortnite here and there. Oh, thank you, Egg Toddy.
And now, folks, it's time for Who Do You Trust? Hubba, hubba, hubba. Money, money, money. Who do you trust?
More ads.
More ads! You heard the man! More ads! All right, we're taking another ad break, guys. You heard the man. Whack, whack, whack. Whack, whack, whack. Whack, whack, whack. Hello there, Isaac. Oh, Egg Toddy, I really appreciate it, bro. Thank you so much for the super chat, man. It really, like I say, it really helps me keep going. It really helps me keep providing the content you love to see, which apparently now is ads, which we'll be serving up another one very shortly because you want some more ads. So let me do you a solid and play another one right now. Is anyone getting served up ads right now? This is madness. Woo! D, I hope you finally got that ad, dude. Oh, that's sweet, sweet ads. Oh. Like we said, yeah. The page on Lex Luthor is really, really good. It's a really nice action figure, and I wish that Spin Master would do more to announce their DC content, bro, because this is cool. I like this a lot, and I would love to incorporate more Lex Luthor in here. Or not Lex Luthor, but more DC. I mean, yeah, Lex Luthor. By the way, for all the Grodd fans out there, here's Gorilla Grodd. This is what Gorilla Grodd looks like. Let's just get the top of them. And that, you know what? Yeah, they're not great about news, definitely. But here's their Gorilla Grodd. Their big boys like this don't really have a lot. They eliminate the knee articulation on the big boys like Gorilla Grodd here. Presumably because, one, he's a bigger action figure, and I think they want to make him a little bit more stable. They eliminated the knee articulation on Man-Bat, too, and also Solomon Grundy. Yeah, Coolers, you told me that we need to check their finance records to get new info. By the way, Egg Toddy, I got your hookup right here, bro. Actually, I got everyone's hookup. Well, bam. MST says he can't recall with whether they made a Bane in the line. I think they did. And I don't remember it all that well. His torso is too big for that lower body. Yeah. What I think about this release is that, or what I think about a lot of Spin Master's DC releases is that they're roughly equivalent. Yeah, he's essentially Donkey Kong with armor there, Egg Toddy. That's what they did with this one. It's okay. I mean, it's not really... I wouldn't want to pay a lot of money for this. If it costs more than $10, I wouldn't want to do it. But honestly, you could do better with... If maybe McFarlane's going to make a Gorilla Grodd at some point, kind of like he did Darkseid, and it's probably going to be better than this at probably a roughly equivalent price point, in which case... Honestly, if you're gonna spend money on this versus a DC superpower, I'd rather have the DC superpower, because I think that the sculpts are better. But I think that this is roughly equivalent with Toy Biz's DC output. Toy Biz did improve over time, though. This just feels too low in quality for what you get now. And that's something I've noticed about toys in general, is that the sculpts back in the 90s seem to be a lot better than what you're seeing for an equivalent price point now. So, I don't know if Spin Master is necessarily well equipped for the DC license. I think that McFarlane Toys is pretty good at the adult collectible type thing, the adult toys, and Fisher-Price, aka Mattel, does alright with the DC Super Friends stuff. Those are fine too, I like them well enough, but this midpoint stuff with Spin Master is kinda garbo. Old Spawn figures were unreal. Yeah, I remember those. Those were all pretty sick. Those were kind of like statues, ironically. Not too much articulation on some of those way back in the day. Obviously, McFarlane's gotten a lot better about it. Oh, by the way, Egg Toddy, don't think I haven't noticed. I gotta keep spamming that button. Egg Toddy paid for it. He wants more ads. We're gonna give the man more ads. They gave hardly any shading. I agree wholeheartedly. The shading on this one is... You know, some of the DC's stuff is better than others when we're looking at Spin Master. Because Gorilla Grodd is kind of... But then... Actually, can we get maybe a better... Is there another page? I think there's another page if we go up. Well, here's one of their more recent ones, too. This is Shazam. And that one is okay, too. I don't think they really show off a lot of their products here, because I can't find another page. Do they have another page here? No, they doesn't really look like they do. Well, maybe I'm just missing it. But anyway... There's some of their 12-inch stuff, and here's the 4-inch Shazam, which I thought was kind of a nice action figure. Yeah, Shazam, the Shazam one is nice. Superman is nice. As long as they aren't, like, big boys, like, you know, Gorilla Grodd and stuff, they look pretty okay. Once they start to be big boys, they start looking a little eh. Yeah, it's a good figure for children to play around with. This one seems like it's pretty decent quality. More ads, okay. Well, you know what? Egg Toddy did call for it, so we gotta give the man what he wants. I hope everyone's enjoying the tasty ad rolls. I got like 4 people in chat begging for ads. By the way, Old Dirty Collector, I think I forgot to greet you, but hello, my friend. It's good to have you here. Dude, it's so good to see you. Yeah, Shazam looks pretty good. I really like Shazam. Actually, they made a Deathstroke action figure that I thought was pretty good, too. So, there's good stuff coming out of Spin Master. Okay, you know, there's less good stuff, but they're capable of good work. I think that they just need to maybe have a different price point for the big boys, and if they want to make them, because yeah, Grodd wasn't like wonderful. All right, let's give one more here. One more tasty ad roll, guys. Let's do it. Yeah. Ads. Was that enough ads, everyone? Did I finally slake your thirst for ad rolls? Okay, so MST says that they did a... Yeah, I remember they did a Bane, but I think it was a 12-inch one. You're stuffed. Okay, well, I'm glad that we're satisfied with the ads. Dude, I played so many ads this stream. You maniacs! Seriously, I appreciate the super chats and the memberships, guys, because, yeah, I really mean it when I say it helps me keep on ticking, especially during months like January and February and stuff, because this is like the leanest time of the year for content creators and everything. Because, you know, the ad revenue doesn't come in quite as much. Oh, we started talking about Spin Master stuff, Collect to Disconnect. Getting cold? Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's 6 degrees where I am. It's cold. Oh, yeah, MST. The 12-inch action figures are not as good as the 4-inch ones, I don't think. I think Spin Master's better at 4 inches. Like, for instance, Captain Marvel, aka Shazam here. Really nice work on this one. And then Lex Luthor was also really good. I really like those. YouTube Shorts revenue was supposed to begin this month. So, I don't know what it's going to look like yet. It's supposed to be... I mean, people are supposed to be making money off of YouTube Shorts, and honestly, I get better interaction from my reviews through YouTube Shorts anyway, so... All my reviews going forward are probably going to be YouTube Shorts, aside from, you know, the thoughts about series and the ranking videos when I do those and top 5 stuff. I just get better numbers on YouTube Shorts when I do actual reviews, so the incentive to do them that way is better. Also, I don't get the product ahead of time like a lot of reviewers do, so... they get first dibs on reviewing something. It's kind of hard for me to compete unless I do something like YouTube Shorts. The more Eddie looks at this one, the more he really likes the paint apps. It's a good Shazam. Yeah, I think so too. Ironically, I kind of like him better than the McFarlane one. The McFarlane one was kind of... I really hesitated on getting the McFarlane one. I thought about it, almost got him, but he was sold out. They should give me figs early to review. I would look. You know what? I would not argue with McFarlane if he wanted to send me stuff, but he sends stuff to Brad. I don't know. Like, I haven't heard anything from any companies or anything. I've sent some emails to, like, McFarlane trying to get an interview because I've seen him interview some other people with less of a following than me. Haven't gotten a response, so I don't know. I wouldn't mind talking... Thought I heard something. I wouldn't mind talking to McFarlane at some point, but like I said, I've tried to email McFarlane Toys like 4 times, and I have not gotten a response, soulmates. So, don't know. Yeah, the hands... I think Mikkel's right about the hands on this one. The hands are kind of... Like, I think they're that way because they come with these quote-unquote mystery accessories, which I really don't like. I don't like mystery stuff in my toys like that. I kind of want to see what I'm getting for my money. And that's something I wish that Spin Masters didn't do. The action figures are great. The mystery accessory stuff needs to go in the trash. And they need to just focus on getting character-appropriate accessories when they, you know, when appropriate, which would make for much better experiences, I think. One day, yeah, I know. I mean, this channel just keeps getting bigger and bigger, and it's honestly, this channel has surprised me in ways I never expected. Oh, Scarlet and Gray, thank you so much for the super chat, bro. That really means a lot to me.
It's time for Who Do You Trust? Hubba, hubba, hubba. Money, money, money. Who do you trust?
Thank you so much, dude. Yeah. Honestly, I love this community too. This has surprised me in ways that I never expected. The good vibes, the positivity that we get while we're coming here and talking about Marvel and DC stuff is wonderful. Hanging out with you guys is like the highlight of my week every week, I swear to God, because we all have a lot of laughs, and we all come here to talk about something that I think I'm very passionate about, and I know you're very passionate about too. Because we all love Marvel and DC, hopefully. Hopefully. I mean, if you don't love Marvel and DC, you might have a rough time here. But, yeah, this is great, dudes. It's become so much more than I ever expected. Really. Because when I first created this channel, I was really only planning on talking about, Marvel Legends from Toy Business Day. And I know I told this story before, but for all the new people out there, I only thought about doing Marvel Legends on Toy Biz, and then I thought about talking about maybe some of my wrestling toys too. Which, you know, I still might do that for the members, because we need some more members-only content on here soon. I have some, but we could use more. You can never have too much, you know what I'm saying? You look forward to Fridays? Oh, that means so much to me, man. I'm glad. I appreciate that, Eddie. I appreciate that, everyone. I appreciate that, Kelly. I'm glad it's your favorite time of the week. The fact that, like, you know, we got this thing built together. The fact that we're affecting people's lives in such a positive way right now. It feels good to provide a space for everyone to just come here and feel like themselves and feel like they can just appreciate all this stuff, or, you know, criticize it if need be out of love, and not feel like, you know, the world's going to come crashing down on them. That's great. So, just being here with you guys every week, it feels like, I don't know how to describe it. Just feels like I've accomplished something big and important. Yeah, it's great to just hang out and chill with some friends. That's what it's like. That's what it feels like when we come here. I know I'm a windbag, and, well, that's the nature of the stream. I kind of have to be, don't I? But Eddie, I would listen every day while I walk my dog. Now it's officially part of my Friday routine. Well, you know, with toys, I would think about it. But, you know, with toys, the news only comes out every so often, so, you know, I think that doing it once a week gives it a little bit of time to breathe, so that by the time the next week comes around, we have something to talk about. Because if we did it, like, every day, we'd probably run out of stuff real quick. We'd probably have to start doing unboxing streams, like, every day then, or something like that, you know? It feels like penguin emojis every Friday after work, and that is cool. Oh, I love that. I love that you guys just love the emojis, too. I'm glad the emojis are paying off for everyone. Yeah, Mickle, that's the thing. Like, people are entitled to like and dislike what they want. And I always tell you guys to just think for yourselves when you're looking at toys and stuff, because obviously, you know, I'm not always going to hit the mark. And if you like something that I don't, then you just have to say to yourself, well, what does he know? And go out and get the stuff that you want. Because there's been a few times where people have told me that they've liked something that I didn't like. And to be fair, sometimes in the past, well, probably now too, I go a little hard on some toys. Probably harder than I should. Actually, you know, I look back on like Captain America and Galactus and I laugh about it because when I was talking about Galactus many moons ago, I wasn't taking it all that seriously at the time, so it was kind of exaggerated. But then I talked about Captain America. Boy, I went hard on Captain America. I look back on that and I say to myself, yeah, I probably should have taken it a little easier on Captain America. He wasn't that bad. But, yeah, I don't know. I think when I first started doing this, I was trying to make more entertaining content, and then it just kind of got more informative as it went along. Oh yeah, Old Dirty Collector, if you haven't seen the new Dark Knight Trilogy stuff, it's insane. Like, here, let me show you, like, the full body shot of the Joker. Here, take a good look at this, bro. Yeah. Look at that right there. That is our Joker action figure. And I'm so excited for it. And Bane has not been revealed yet, but we're getting Bane, dude. Tom Hardy Bane. He is the Build-A-Figure. I think we're all in agreement right now that this wave slaps hard. This wave is a total slam dunk. Yeah, DC Multiverse, they just keep getting better and better. I think that's one of the things that I kind of love about this line is that last year, okay, so last year we saw some stuff that was pretty cool at the beginning of the year, but then I got a couple of things that really did not leave me loving DC Multiverse a lot. Like Swamp Thing and Year 2 Batman dampened some of my enthusiasm. And to be fair about DC Multiverse and McFarlane Toys, their customer service could use a little bit of work. Because I tried emailing them about a couple of things that I bought that didn't work out, and I never heard back. I don't know what the deal with that is. Yeah, the Swamp Thing incident, definitely not a good look. There was a whole barrel of issues about that one. Like, there was the Platinum variant that caused problems for a lot of people on Amazon. There was my review where I took my Swamp Thing out of the box and the arm just fell off. Alright, Figure Motion, thanks for coming by, dude. I'm going to be wrapping up things here shortly, because it's getting to be about that time pretty soon, as soon as I finish my drinky poo. Genko, I agree wholeheartedly. They could do so many different Jokers on this one, it's crazy. Like the variation you can do, they could do literally a whole wave of Jokers and fill it up for another Build-A-Figure wave. Although I don't think they would. They would probably just release them as gold labels, or else they would just release them as standard releases. Well, let's be honest here, we're probably going to see some gold labels at some point. McFarlane do love himself a gold label. So get yourself prepared for that, soulmates. Alright. Guys, take one last look at the Joker here. About time that we gotta head out for tonight. Next week, we're going to be talking about some Marvel stuff. There's going to be a new reveal, I hear, from Dan Yun. So, I'm looking forward to what that's going to be. I hope it's going to be cool. I hope it's not going to be like another... God, I hope it's not going to be another jobber like we've seen with a couple of releases recently. Like, Yondu was pretty cool. Yondu was alright. But Squadron Supreme, Hyperion was cool. And then the Fantastic Four 2-pack, yeah. I don't know about Franklin Richards and Valeria. Oof. Would be nice if we got another 3 Jokers wave, but Dark Knight version. Yes! Although I'd like to see 4 Joker figures. Just because, can't resist. Gotta see Jail Joker, gotta see Bank Robber Joker, gotta see Nurse Joker. Is there another Joker that we're missing? I don't think so. Those are like the most iconic ones from the movie. Oh, Police Joker! That's right! Don't forget Police Joker! Yeah! I almost forgot. Police Joker. Yeah, you're right. All right, soulmates. Been almost 4 hours now, so it's about time for me to get going, I think. I appreciate everyone being here with me, and I appreciate, all the super chats that we got today. Thank you so much, guys, for helping out and just helping me keep ticking around here and keep providing the content you love. I'll be back again very soon next week with some Marvel stuff. We're going to see what happens for the course of the next week. We're going to talk about Marvel Select probably a little bit again. We're going to talk about SH Figuarts and the Green Goblin stuff and the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man stuff and any other stuff that comes up. And we're also going to talk about the latest Marvel Legends, including the Chode Wave, as well as Yondu and Fantastic Four 2-pack, Gamerverse Spider-Man, as well as the Squadron Supreme. And we're going to talk about whatever gets revealed, because I think Dan Young said there's going to be something else. So we're going to see what happens in this next week. Thank you again, guys, and I will see you on Discord. Appreciate everyone being here with me. And until next time, everyone, with love from me to you, good night, guys. Keep it caving. Have a great weekend, everyone.